All right, so we're back. I haven't been streaming much today because I've been very sick. Anyways, let's see if we can go into the cave and take this quest out. Sure. It's funny, like, I think people really who hit this PvP server, they picked one character and they knew what they were doing and they leveled, because while there's a lot of people at the lower levels, I think most of the people, let's see who won. I think most of the people are probably at the higher levels by now. Like you can see, there's a lot of people, you know, that are up there. Nobody 25, but this is a good range of people. So, alright. Just ran past an herb, didn't I? Let's go ahead and grab it just because I'm trying to make some money. I'm at 17 silver. I've already grabbed 2 of my runes. We got Flanking Strike, we got Chimera Shot.
Lovely.
And we've also went ahead and picked up our 2-hand staff. So, although we still have a lot of work to do, we're making progress, because I started on Wild Growth and got to like level 13, and then I had to go to bed because I was too sick. And then I got this morning and leveled for and decided that I should really be on the PvP server, because I just felt like I might be missing. I was worried that the PvP zones might not be as alive on the PvE realm. And so since I'm really mostly interested in PvP and Season of Discovery, and PvP as well, and I know that people doing the PvP will definitely do the PvE stuff because that's where you get the best gear, or a lot of the best gear. So, so people, PvP players are always going to go where they can get the gear to make them more successful in PvP. So, I don't think there will be any issues finding people to do PvE dungeons and raids. So, but conversely, once the people have gotten their gear out of PvP on the PvE realms, they might not be as busy for PvP events. Never know though.
Lovely.
Little peekaboo sniping there, actually. It was quite fun, actually.
chords, but I'd never be able. My life's at the table with yours. Immortal. Nothing is sacred, nothing is sure anymore, except all that you are and stand for. Guide me toward your portal.
She's hearthing out. He's resetting. He's resetting to somewhere. Alright, we're good to go. Good to go!
Don't tell me it's a bad thing. Be do is destroy everlasting.
Getting close to level 10. But we're not there yet, but we're gonna be really close. I think I've got 2 quests to turn in, so once we get 10, we can get our pets, and then we'll work on getting the explosive room, which so far I've found to be the most impactful. Like, in fact, the explosive shot rune is the first time that I felt like this mode, Season Discovery, was actually like gonna be pretty good for the hunter. You know, like it does so much damage. It's a very, very good rune. I need to get more food. Is this trade supplies? No. I was supposed to get food in Darnassus and I got distracted by a private message, I think. Damn it. Alright, let's turn this in.
I'm listening. Farewell. Denadris.
So this is going to show me the relics. Yep, I know. Yeah, I know. I hope they didn't nerf it. Because it was awesome. Yeah, if they had nerfed explosive shot, that'll be really disappointing because that's the one thing so far in the game that I've really, really liked. I was like, wow, we finally gave me something that makes me feel like strong, you know, like. I mean, it was definitely too strong, and if they nerfed it just a little, it'll still be really, really good. So, you know, so I'm not too concerned about it as long as they don't like really, really nerf it.
Be careful.
Right. I would say that it felt like it was doing a good 30% more damage than Chimera Shot does. And Chimera, you know, like, if I put a Serpency on target and then hit it with Chimera, it does pretty good damage because it takes all of the damage over time of the Serpency and instantly applies it instantly and refreshes the Serpency at the same time. But that's not even as much as damage as the Explosive Shot was doing. It was doing more than that. Quite a bit more, actually. Like, if I hit if I hit a mob of my level with Serpent Sting and then followed it by Chimera Shot, it might take off like 20% of their health. Whereas if I just went up to a mob and hit him with Explosive Shot, it probably would take off like 40% of their health. So it was a lot. And but it was so cool too. Like, it has a really cool sound effect. You hear the explosion and then it ticks, I think, 2 more times. So it hits and blows up and then it explodes like 2 more times. So it does like this damage over time explosive effect, which is super cool actually. It'd be really cool if they added some other stuff like some oil, like Baldur's Gate, that you could like throw at somebody and hit him with an explosive shot to ignite it or something. That would be so badass. I am really getting close to level 10, so I'm just wondering if I should just grind mobs. I don't really think there's any other quests I can do. Yeah, I can grind this out. These guys, they won't take but about 20 kills probably. 1. 2. 3. 4. I just want to see how accurate was I when I said 20. 4 down.
Did you know that cost when you broke your promise?
5.
That when your guns went off, they would come down on us. I was annoyed in a gunfight.
6.
Fought so madly. You were a wolf in the daylight, and you almost had me.
No, no, we're not doing melee yet. I don't think it's gonna be, we're gonna try to figure out if we can do like melee, but yeah, we're gonna be using ranged abilities to level. Because there's gonna be PvP and stuff on this server, and if melee's not gonna be strong enough, then I'm not gonna get myself, you know what I mean? I wanna be competitive with the other players. So we have to wait and see how the runes pan out, but I don't think at level 1 to 25, melee's not gonna have any chance against most ranged classes. Because if there was a closer, if they gave melee a closer, then I'd be all for it. But there's no closer. How are you gonna get on a target? Shoot them with concussive shot and run up to them? That isn't gonna work. You know, they're just gonna run away from you. So it's just not gonna work, man. I wish, man. Yeah, I know. I kind of agree with that to some degree, but we'll see what happens. But I mean, hardcore's been around, honestly. Hardcore's been around for like 3 years, so you just took too long to get into it. I was doing hardcore for years before this came out, so you just had bad timing. But we'll see what happens. And this is seasonal. It doesn't last very long. I know that my guild on Skull Rock, that they're still doing hardcore, and that's their primary stuff. If you want to get into their guild on Skull Rock, the guild's called Reload, and they did a Black Rock Depths run today, full clear. So they're still in there playing hardcore. So. And if this turns out to be really boring, or if we get to level 25 on this and I get all the gear I want, I may still jump back into the hardcore server and, and do hardcore dungeon runs and stuff. So we'll just see what happens. Oh, you know what I found earlier today? Let's see. I'm yawning. That's not good. I better get some more soda. Or maybe some coffee. I found a video earlier of an Ion. I think it was this one. And I don't... So we're going to let this go. This is music from the game Ion. Oh, you got in! No fucking way! No, alright. Alright. Dude, that's awesome. I was so worried you wouldn't be able to get in. And you got your name. You got your name too. Because I know, yeah. When I logged in earlier, it had a no alliance restriction. Damn it, I'm typing.
Lovely. Lovely.
Nice. Sweet. Yeah, I was so worried that Zelch... I felt so bad. I don't know what it was. I was creating this... I got into the servers as soon as they launched, and I was like, am I going to go... And all the way up to when the servers were coming out, I didn't know if I was going to go PvP, PvE. I just had no idea. I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I haven't played on a PvP server in a while. I played tons of private servers over the years, and you know, they're all almost always PvP. And I just thought, man, with this new content of Season of Discovery, like trying to figure out runes and trying to do these raids, it's like I don't really want to be moving around through the world trying to do this stuff and be getting ganked all the time, because that could just be really annoying. And so that's why I said I'll just do PvE.
Lovely.
And then I'm playing on PvE, and what really struck me was that I've played hardcore WoW pretty much almost exclusively for the past like
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
excuse me, I'm still sick. I've played hardcore almost exclusively for the past 3 years. So I'm used to having that being on a knife's edge, being there being some risk, being a little bit of danger, because if you die, you're done. And so I wasn't feeling that on the PvE server. On the PvE server, I felt no danger whatsoever, because it's PvE, it's not PvP, it's not hardcore, and I thought this is kind of boring. I mean, honestly, it hit me that it felt a little boring. And so I decided, you know what? Let me just go play on the PvP server, because at least then we'll know that there is some danger, because we can get ganked and killed by the horde at any moment. So I also thought that maybe the PvP event in Nashville will be more, there'll be a lot more people doing it, because it's a PvP minded server. It's a PvP server. So that was my reasoning for jumping back on the PvP server. So, which is so funny, because initially when I saw the server list and I saw Lone Wolf, I'm like, I'm going Lone Wolf. I straight up said, I'm going Lone Wolf, and at the last minute I said, you know what, I'm going to go PvE. And but here we are on Lone Wolf. And my name was taken. I was a little bit pissed off about that. Veil was taken. But, so we just went with Shady Moon. I've leveled 2 melee hunters to 60. One was Veil, one was Shady Moon. So, So, we do what we do. Do what we can do.
Lovely.
I should have hit this one. He hadn't even... Damn it. Should have shot that one and pulled it from him, because I need the XP. I'm just trying to grind to level 10 here real quick. But all the mobs are dead, though. Son of a... Stop killing all the mobs, people. What is this, a freaking dual boxer? Just the way they're all standing there together looks kind of weird. Are you sick too? This is Lone Wolf. Yeah, I'm totally sick. I don't feel, I don't feel so bad when I'm not talking. That's why I didn't stream today. But when I talk, I actually start to feel worse, because the energy it takes to just talk. So if I don't talk a lot, you'll know why.
Lovely.
Yeah, we ordered Carrabba's earlier today, and I got Carrabba's chicken soup, and it was good, really good. It was spicy, and the chicken was just that, that like boiled chicken, super tender with tons of flavor. It was really good, actually. Flanking strike. Oh, you want some? You want some of this too? You want some of this? Come on, come on. You don't want none of me. Look at these kiting abilities. Oh my god. I'm a kiting genius. I'm just mucking around. I'm just messing around. I'm just trying to get to level 10 here. Ooh, look at that flanking strike for a massive 10 damage. Ooh, we got a scroll. I finally settled on a keybind for Arcane Shot that I liked, which is the number 2, believe it or not. Ooh, out of mana. So, hey, Zelch. Blue was saying that he thinks they may have nerfed Explosive Shot today, and I really hope they haven't, because, I mean, it was so good. I was like, crap, with Explosive Shot, it's like Hunter Jesus is smiling on us. It was like Hunter Jesus came down into the game and gave us Explosive Shot, and life was good. But now Blizzard Asmodean, they might decide to take away what was good and strike down the Hunter Jesus. Yeah, but Explosive Shot is really strong. Yesterday I got it, and it was really strong. I was burning mobs down quick with it. So we'll see today when I pick it up on this Hunter where it's at. And I'll know, because I know what damage it was doing. I know what mobs I was hitting, and how much damage it was taking, how much health it was taking from them. So I'll know pretty quickly if it was nerfed. I will have to upgrade my bow, because I remember I upgraded to the better bow right before I got Explosive Shot. Or actually, I think I got Explosive Shot, went back to town, got the new bow, and then I ruined my gloves. So it felt really good, for one, because the Explosive Shot's good, but also two, because I upgraded to a much better bow at exactly the same time. So it was the double whammy. Now here we go. You guys ready? Flanking strike. Here it comes. Flanking strike! Followed by Raptor strike. And there it is. Level 10. Unbelievable. Level 10. And we're going to go with my Melee Hunter build, I think. So we're basically going to go into Deflection, Savage Strikes, and then we'll go into like 2 Humanoid Slaying. We'll grab our Clever Traps. We're going to go mostly Survival. Thank you, Blue. You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy. Oh, come on. Don't nerf Chimera. Come on, Chimera Shot. Like, they didn't need to nerf Chimera. Chimera was not overpowered. Like, it was not overpowered. Let me try it, because I've got Chimera. Let me see if I feel like it's nerfed. It doesn't really feel nerfed. Because how can you nerf it? Because if you read the tooltip, you can't really nerf the tooltip. You know what I mean? Here, I'll read the tooltip.
Lovely.
The tooltip states that if I have Serpent Sting up, it instantly deals 40% of the damage done by your Serpent Sting. Unless that tooltip read differently yesterday, and the only way I would know that is if I went back to yesterday's stream. How are you going to nerf that? Unless the percentage changed. Let's take a look. Okay, Hunter and Dire Beast kill. Is this Season of Discovery? Class tuning incoming. I don't think this is. Yeah, I don't think this is even. I don't think this article is Season of Discovery. What did I click on? Well, let's go to Season of Discovery, and then we're on that. And let's go to search, and we're just gonna type in nerfs, I guess. I don't know where's this. Can we change these tier system nerfs? I don't know where to go to find the nerfs, man. It might be easier to just go to YouTube and do a search for it. And then filter by last 24 hours, or just today. Balanced, druid leveling, season discovery, bearer, I don't. Where you guys? I mean, where do people hear about these nerfs? Because I don't know where you guys are hearing this information. I haven't watched a lot of videos though. You know.
Greeting.
I haven't been watching any because I've been too sick. You know, it's like when I haven't been on the game playing, I've pretty much been in bed, like straight up. I've been so sick that when I haven't been in here playing this game, I've been in bed.
How may I help?
So I'm just feeling like crap.
Goddess, watch over.
Okay, where's my... Alright, we got... Sure, that'll work. Stretch it out. Alright, spider. So grab some skins. You don't want to get too much into what I think, but I like that they are adding the fun aspects of retail. And yeah, I mean, I think Classic Plus will be a great idea. I think it was from another streamer. Was it big? Well, it wouldn't have been Big Bopped Boy because I think he's probably on a PvP realm. Well, okay, Explosive Shot getting nerfed doesn't surprise me because it hits very, very hard. I mean, it does. It hits really hard. But Chimera Shot, if that got nerfed, I'll be kind of mad because it definitely did not need a nerf. It wasn't hitting, like, super hard. And it's just, you know... What was it, Big Bob Boy? I'm surprised he was on Wild Growth. Yeah, he's a pretty fun... He's a pretty cool guy. He seems like a pretty cool guy. I was watching some of his content. I mean, I was watching some of his videos before Season Discovery came out. You know, and they were pretty decent. He's the one who came out. He's the one who first said, you know, Hunter Jesus. And I loved it. He's like, yes, Hunter. When he first started talking about Hunter and, like, Season of Discovery, his first words were just like, oh, yes, Hunter Jesus has smiled upon us. Alright, let's see if we can find a, yeah, there's a web lurker right in front of me. Right here. Yep, he was like Hunter Jesus. He did his tier list, Blue, and guess who was the only one in the top tier? It was a Hunter. And what was the top tier called? Hunter Jesus. It was the hunt. It was the hunter Jesus tier. Oh man. I can't say it like he does because he's got a really good speaking voice. The way he said it, it's hilarious, just really funny. I'll see if I can pull up the video real quick. Ah.
I would have liked.
Big bobbed boy.
How are you all doing tonight? My name is Big Bombed Boy, and welcome.
Welcome.
Be a big part of SOD. Let's go over it.
So he just said. So I can't believe it was really. Was it really Big Bob Boy? Because I can't believe he'd be playing on a PvE realm when his video was clearly talking. He was even clearly kind of talking about PvP. You know, like PvP hunter. And so I just thought for sure he'd be on a PvP realm. So. But interesting, yeah, interesting. Let's see if I can do the... If we get to the end, we're going to do Hunter, right? Here we go, Hunter.
Hunter. HMR, gonna HMR. Hunter was fantastic in the 19 bracket, and it just gets better here. You're gonna get Aspect of the Cheetah, Freezing Trap, and Scorpid Sting. Shit. What do the new runes open up for us? A lot, like a lot. So you can pretty much roll any spec you want and be very... It also, like, that doesn't say anything about why they nerfed Chimera Shot. Like, the Chimera Shot nerf makes no sense.
Yeah, see, he's just saying they nerfed Chimera Shot. Which,
yeah, Hunter Fun was detected, you're right.
Which makes no sense. I agree with them.
Remember
like, it makes no sense.
Where they said they wanted everyone to feel OP, and they're like, all right, we want everyone to feel OP.
And then we take it, and then we take
Hunter.
it away. Oh, not Hunter, yeah. Yeah, Chimera Shot didn't need a nerf. No freaking way.
What server are we on? So right now we are playing on Wild Growth. But we'll also roll a Horde on another server soon. Yeah, Chimera didn't need a nerf. That's just... Like, I'm okay with them. If they wanted to nerf Explosive, like, dude, we were doing a lot of damage with Explosive.
Yeah, Explosive was crazy hard. Was hitting crazy hard.
I can understand wanting to nerf Explosive.
Yeah.
But, like, it didn't make any sense. What they did just didn't make any sense. And also the Chimera Shot nerf on top of it. But, of course, like, they're going to do these nerfs, and they're not going to fix Flanking Strike.
Well, I'm not using... What did he say? And they're not going to fix what? Aim strike? Or true... Was it... I'm not sure what he said. If it was aim strike, true strike?
Just not getting these things to drop.
Well, he's only level... He's 23. Okay, cool. Anyways, but that's Big Bob Boy, and he's got this video that I watched before Season of Discovery came out, and yeah, and I liked it. I thought it was really well done, actually, because he's one of the only videos I saw where they actually he actually looked at the talent trees and said, hey, with these runes and the existing vanilla talents, how would I talent and rune out each build of each class? And he actually explained it, and it was pretty good. Yeah, that's the flanking strike is the one where you and your pet attack at the same time, right? So
Very good. You can go...
Here, we'll just...
I'm over here, right? Nope. Wait, are they... Yeah, there they are. Well, we don't have to worry about ripping thread off our pet now. Which is really, really sad when you think about it. Like, look at this. I'm sitting here.
He
Like,
can't.
dude, I'm fucking sitting here hitting him with Chimera Shot. I'm not pulling thread off my pet. if I was just doing aim shot, I would pull threat off my pet. So that's pretty bad. Because my pet doesn't have any well, he's got his scaling, I guess, but I don't have any BM talons, BM runes, and I'm...
Yeah, so basically what he's saying...
Chimera shot's doing 15% of my damage.
Well, let's take a look. Chimera shot's doing 16.3% of my damage, so... Yeah. But see, I never really played a lot of retail WoW, and so Chimera Shot was... I don't remember when Chimera Shot was added to the game, so I don't know like how much damage it should be doing. So I never thought Chimera should hit that hard, and I mean, just right now when I look at it, it doesn't feel that much weaker than it was yesterday. So if they already nerfed it, it doesn't feel like way weaker, but I just know Explosive was really crushing people, so... But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, Hunter... We'll see. You know, it's the jury's out. The one thing that Blizzard's really good at doing is they love to start off an expansion or start off a big patch and give somebody, like, turn somebody into a god. Like, just make somebody super powerful. Like, they did it with Wrath of Lich King, you know? They came out with Death Knights and they were, like, ungodly, like, way overpowered. Like, super powerful. And they do it, back then, you know, back in 2010, I didn't really understand why. But today, I completely understand why they do it. And the reason they do it is to keep players in the game. So let's say you play an MMO for a year and you figure out which classes you like, and you like let's say Paladin or something. Well, after a while you get bored of it. You're like, well, I've played this class for the past year. I'm bored of it. So what do? You roll into a different class. But after you've tried every class out, and the game's been out now for 2010, it's been out for 6 years. You've played every class. You're bored of every class. So what does Blizzard do to get you to not quit the game? They introduce not only a new class into the game, but a new class that just annihilates every other class in PvE and PvP. And so, of course, you're going to want to come back, because as much as you don't want to admit to it, there's nothing more fun than stepping into a battleground and just basically one-shotting somebody and, you know, destroying them. You know, it's, as much as I hate to say it, it is fun, right? And so they do that, like with every major patch, after the release of an expansion, they will usually buff somebody quite a bit. And I think they do it to keep interest in the game and to get people to switch. Because some players will get on a character and they won't want to switch. They'll be very devoted to one class, and they'll stay with that class for years. And so Blizzard will purposely maybe put out another, if you're, let's say you're a healer, they'll purposely like buff another healer to make them super strong, and then nerf your specific healer that you like to play and make it very weak. And they do that not because they're trying to be mean. It's because they want you to try different classes, because they know that you may actually enjoy those other classes better than the one that you've been playing for years. And if you do, it's just going to make you play the game that much longer, because that now not only do you have this one class that you love and played for years, but now you've got this other class that you also love. And so it's easy to keep that player hooked and to keep them in the game for a long time. And so, of course, when you come up with something like Season of Discovery, every class is probably going to have a lot of overpowered abilities in the beginning, because, of course, they want you to feel like, oh my god, my class is unstoppable. It's god tier. Because then you're going to keep playing, right? It's that you're building up the hype. But it's not going to last long. And you can see already they're starting to nerf those, you know, the explosive shot. Like I said yesterday, after I had explosive shot and I was using it for a little bit, I said this is the first time in Season Discovery I actually felt like, wow, this is pretty fun. Because up until then, nothing really felt that different. And the way you acquire the runes is really rudimentary. It's very like, well, I do these quests anyway. So they put the runes in the game, in most cases, in a way that you're going to discover them whether you want to or not. Because as long as you're doing quests to level, you're probably going to run into them. So it wasn't like they really went out of their way. And so far, I mean, and it's still way too early to give judgment on Season of Discovery, but so far, I'm a little disappointed. And I can't really, actually, I'm not disappointed, because I can't really be disappointed, because I knew what they were doing, because, you know, I've watched all the streams. But the one thing that I think needs to be done for and that's why I don't call this Classic Plus. Some people say this is Classic. I don't call it Classic Plus because it's seasonal. It's not permanent, and because they didn't really add a bunch of new content, like completely new quests, they added some. But when you look at something like Turtle WoW that has over like 700 or 800 new quests and entirely new areas of maps that are completely populated with NPCs and quests and zones, you know, to me that's what I was hoping to have in like a new version of World of Warcraft Classic. So, but I don't want to talk about that too much, so that's kind of off topic, but
What brings you here? May the stars guide you.
That's a little bit off topic, but I do feel like if you want to make Season of Discovery a hit and you want people to really play it, I think classes do need abilities that feel not necessarily like overpowered, but they should be fun to use. You know, they should be fun to use. So it's a little disheartening to see them be nerfing stuff like right away. But you know, there's got to be some balancing. But you know, I'm just I'm always amazed. It's always amazing to me. And again, like I said, the reason I think they let stuff like that go is to get people hooked in. Like, they knew that when they put Explosive Shot, they had to know. How could you not know that Explosive Shot was hitting really hard? I knew the first couple times I used it, I was like, holy crap. Because, like, you shoot Explosive Shot, it hits someone, and when I look at their health bar, I see this big chunk of health come off, like 30%. You know, 20-30% health, it just comes right off, like, boom. And then it also ticks, like, 2 more times and does more damage. So it was doing like I think the first Explosive Shot I fired was a crit. And it did like 67 damage. And that was before it even did the 2 additional ticks of damage. So 67, and no other crit I had, even with my 2-handed staff, had crit that high. All the way up through all the, playing I'd done on that particular character. So that was the first time I used it. It was like, boom, 67. I'm like, holy shit, So, it was pretty impressive. And I think the hardest part of Season Discovery for the WoW devs is really to try to come up with a fairly decent... It doesn't have to... PvP is never going to be perfectly balanced, and it doesn't have to be. But it has to be fair. There can't be one class that just dominates, Like there's going to be matchups that are unfair. Like, for example, if you're a Protection Paladin, and although a lot of people would say that Protection Paladin shouldn't be in PvP, but I kind of disagree with that. I think that you should always make all talent specs viable in some way. Maybe Protection Paladin isn't going to kill a lot of people, but they should be really hard to kill, and they should be able to, have a role of like a utility role to help save people's lives, give them Hand of Freedom, maybe protection, some heals. So what I would do for Protection Paladins in PvP is I would strengthen their utility type based abilities. I would make their heals stronger. Like, for example, if you threw like like a Hand of Freedom on somebody, that any heal you did to them was increased. Its potency was increased by, let's say, like 40 or 50%, just so that, because, really Protection Paladin heals are pretty weak, but if you're using them in a utility fashion, they become very strong, then that might make them very, viable in a PvP scenario. So stuff like that. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm going to Stormwind, okay. I said Stormwind. When I start talking, I get really, because I'm so sick, when I start talking, I actually start feeling really dizzy. And my brain stops functioning because it takes all my energy and thought to vocalize my words right now. So then everything else suffers. Like, me playing the game suffers. Like, when I was playing the game and not streaming, I was fine. But as soon as I started streaming and started talking, I was like, like everything else is like, I'm an idiot. I'm a sick, wow idiot, he is. Yeah, so he was talking about that, so that's interesting. I think I've got, where's his stream at? Do I still have it open?
I was getting, what was it, like 35, 40% from explosive. Mage healing got nerfed, really. I hadn't seen that yet.
Mage healing got nerfed.
New blue post describing why they nerfed Hunter. I'll look at it later. It's just gonna annoy me.
It's just gonna annoy me.
It's just gonna annoy me, and we gotta.
Well, I know I can give you one example of one reason why they would nerf Hunter. Because if you guys play World of Warcraft, and then you play PvP and you play Battlegrounds, you know that Hunters in low bracket Battlegrounds always dominate. Like, always dominate. And so we have Warsun Gulch in Season of Discovery that's out, I think, right now. And then we have the Ashenvale PvP. So, and this is only level 1 to 25. So if Hunter's got some stability, that's why I was getting kind of excited, because Explosive Shot was hitting so hard. I was like, man, I'm going to be wrecking people in Ashenvale. Because I have the ability to kite, right? And my explosive shot's hitting so hard. And if I get the Beast Mastery rune and my pet's got 30% more health and he's doing 30% more damage, I mean, I'm double whammy. I'm a double banger, man. I'm like, my pet's killing them, I'm killing them. They can't get on me because I'm just running away. And so a lot of the other classes don't have all their like kind of lockdown abilities, you know what I mean? Yeah, so yeah, phase 1 is like level 19, 20. So what I was thinking was hunters, if they were strong, would really could dominate in phase 1. And so the nerf could have something to do with the fact that they know that a ranged class like hunter, if they hit really hard, could really
What brings you?
cause a lot of problems for Ashen Vale PvP. And what would happen is you just have too many hunters that would just be going in there, and because they could just dominate. What happens if you have 20 hunters lined up in a row, just shooting aim shots and explosive shots? They could just mow down the opposition. So, I don't know.
Hello.
How much money do I have? Ugh. This is just eating my money away. Just eating my money away, man. This is... I just love like the guy's voice, though. This is Big Bobbed Boy. He's got a good voice for commentary. Yes, he does. Big Bobbed Boy. Alright, so we've got Revive Pet, we've got Dismiss Pet, we've got Call Pet, we have a Feed Pet, and Aspect of the Hawk. And actually, I think we had Aspect of the Hawk already on our aspects, which is... Okay, cool. So that's good. Alright, cool. So we're pretty much good. We just gotta check on some skills here for my pet.
Elune be with you. Going.
I got 13 silver. I haven't checked the auction house, but there's a possibility we could check the auction house and maybe get ourselves like a nice green bow. Might as well. Got 13 silver. I got really lucky this time, Blue, in that 3 bags dropped for me. I actually did not buy a single bag this time, whereas on my other hunter on Wild Growth, I actually bought 3 bags, which, you know, that's 15 silver. And I did that because they just weren't dropping. None of them dropped. And actually, I was getting ready to buy the first bag, and I was like level 7. I was getting ready to buy a bag, and then this red bag dropped. And then I thought, well, I have enough money to buy a bag. Should I buy the second bag? And I go, I got the first bag, so I've got a little bit of room. I go, let's not do that. Let's just see. Maybe I'll get another one. And then another one dropped. And then like an hour later, another one dropped. And I'm like, shit, I just saved myself 15 silver. And actually, it's really big. Early on, that's big because, you know, there's a lot of things for the hunter. You know, I have to buy the staff training, which is 10 silver. Then I've got to buy the staff. I got to buy the upgraded bows. You know, I need to buy food for my pet. There's just, yeah, it just never ends, man. That's why I love getting skinning and herbalism right off the bat and selling all the herbs and selling all the leathers. I just need that steady income to kind of get the initial shit this class needs to get rolling. But yeah, let's take a look at bows and let's see what we got. Okay, we got, here's a, oh my god, someone's got a bow at like 4 gold. So here's, yeah, these prices are a little bit high, but you got a hunting bow, which does do a lot more damage, but it's a little bit, I was hoping a little bit cheaper. Here we go. If I can get one down around 4 silver, that would be, shit, that'd be worth it. Here's one, look, hunting bow, 4 silver. Level 6. I'm trying to think what that other bow is. The one I buy from the vendor, which I think costs 2 or 3 silver. Before we buy that, let's actually go check the vendor, because there actually is a weapons vendor over here. You'd be surprised, like we might be able to buy one from the vendor that's actually maybe just as good, and it might be cheaper. Let's see, we've got a axe, blade merchant, mason staff merchant. Over here we've got bags. Here we've got a weapon merchant. Let's see what he's got.
Can I assist you?
Okay, he does not have any bows.
Pasha Fela.
I got the Fletcher. Two-handed weapons. I guess bow would be a two-handed weapon, so let's check over here maybe. We're down to 13 silver. We got some stuff we can sell though. Cloth armor merchant.
Vishnu Allah.
Sell this, this. Don't need that.
Good luck, friend.
We're up to almost 15 silver. Yeah, but I'm taking it easy. Mostly, I mean, me being sick has forced me to just relax and basically not really worry about the leveling speed at all. I'm just like, I'm too sick to even think about it. Just gonna enjoy the game. No bows here though. Okay. Did I miss where the bows were being sold at? Not a big deal. I think I'm just gonna buy that 4 silver bow. I'll probably regret it, but oh well. 4 silver is not a lot of money. Here's a medium one I could get for here's a short one for 3.6 silver. If I really want to be thrifty, I could put a bid on this one. That's all right. But now I got to run all the way to the mailbox. Actually, what quest do? Yeah, okay. So the last we need to do, we're gonna basically do, we're gonna pick up a pet. And then we're going to go do the Relics of Awakening so we can get Explosive Shot. And then we'll test out Explosive Shot, see how bad the nerf is. And it sounds like Big Bad Boy was complaining, Blue, but honestly, he could just be one of those people that's, you know, no shade. You know, no, I'm not seeing anything bad against him at all. But he could be one of those people that's... Oh, you want to do relics? Okay. Oh, what level's your guy? Yeah. Oh, where are you at? Are you over here? Let's see. You're in Teldrassil and you're level 8. Yeah, sweet. You can do it. Let me just grab this bow from the mailbox, and I'll just wait for you at the entrance. Oh, I gotta go tame a pet too, so let me do that. Yeah, I gotta get my pet, so let's do that. We got Tame Beast. I think we've got everything else is good. I think all my other stuff is keybound. Okay, feed pet, marksmanship, cussive. Just making sure that all my stuff's keybound correctly. I think it is. Let's go ahead and pick up this quest for Dark Shore. We got plenty of arrows, plenty of food. We're in the pipe 5x5. We can sell this bow. So what is the runes? The runes are just basically think of them as like glyphs. You know? The runes I've got they're just basically you get like a rune and it looks like this here, it looks like a rune, and you right click on it to learn it. Once you learn it, it'll show up in your character window, and you'll be able to click the rune and then click the armor piece, because certain runes get inscribed onto it's like getting inscribed onto certain pieces of armor. Like, so there's like glove runes, there's chest runes, there'll be like leg runes, probably feet, boot runes. So the runes get in I don't know how to say it. I guess inscribed, engraved, enchanted. I don't know how you want to call it. It would probably be magically like inscribed onto the gear somehow, I guess. But it's hard to show you with this UI. Here, I'll switch out the UI real quick just to show you. Like if I turn off the Guild Wars 2 UI, because the Guild Wars 2 UI still doesn't handle them correctly, and I'm trying to talk to the developer about that. I'm sure he's aware of it. So if you go to the standard default Blizzard UI and you bring up your character window, you can see here, these are the runes that I have. And you can see, if I look at my hand slot, you can see a little symbol of the Chimera rune. So this already has the Chimera rune on it. And you can see my legs has flanking strike. So if I were to click this, then you could the item is not a valid target. Like Chimera shot, put it on your gloves. Do you want to replace Chimera shot with Chimera shot? So that's how these are the runes you've collected, and then you can, and it tells you, this rune goes on a leg item, this rune goes on a hand item. So. Alright, let me go get my pet. I'll tell you one thing, though. In Season of Discovery, the Guild Wars 2 UI seems to work better, like, other than the rune thing. Like, the glitch of, like, my UI not loading properly, that has not happened to me, not even once. So kudos to Glow, the developer over there. Level 9, perfect. Don't kill me, Mr. Elder Nightsaber.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Okay. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's like inscriptions, yeah. Where is Blue at? So Blue, are you? You must be in a different layer or something. Oh, I was just gonna invite you. Okay, I see you now. Okay, well, apparently naming pets doesn't work. Oh, okay, well, it wouldn't name my pet Shadow Moon, but I was able to name my pet Moon Shadow, which makes me think that Shadow Moon might be a reserved name. There must be some other thing in the game that has that name, so... Oh, Blue, did you want me to go into Discord? Ooh, we could use, hey Blue, we could use the new Discord Dungeon 1. Or the lounge, the Season Discovery Lounge chat. It'll be the first time one of the voice channels for Season Discovery has been used. There he is. Except I can't hear you. Here we go. Flanking strike. Biff. I think flanking strikes are a really good idea. Like having you and your pet hit at the same time is a good idea. Yeah, I heard you for a second. I might not be picking up your mic or something. Oh yeah, that was like sounded really loud.
How's that?
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think Rev's leveling his character. We got Boss who came from my guild on the hardcore servers. He's level 7. He has a level 17 paladin on this server.
Nice.
You know, my pet's sitting pretty good. He doesn't even have bite yet. He doesn't even have a special ability right now. He's just auto attacking it. Ooh, he just leveled up a little bit. Nice.
You get talents now too.
Oh yeah, I haven't even used mine yet, have I? Oh no, I got one. What do you mean you get talents? Who, me?
Yeah, you got a talent point.
Yeah, I put it in. I'm going parry. I'm going with my like defensive.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go parry. I'm gonna go survival first and get go down into the improved traps and raptor strike crit and mongoose crit and give myself the 5% parry as well, just for PvP purposes. So I plan on slapping people around with my whatever weapons I'm using. I don't know what I don't know what weapons to go for yet. Haven't figured out what like's the best in slot at level 25. I do know the Tunic Westfall is pretty good. I think it's like 11 agility, 5 stamina. That'd be pretty decent. Because we won't have access to male gear, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious how things will work out when we start doing the BFD mini raid thing.
Mm-hmm.
Some of that gear looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it'll be like the best in slot gear. I have no idea. It's got to be pretty decent though.
Yeah,
There's
I
set
seen
bonus
a WoW
gear
head
too,
post
I
that kind of
think.
showed about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get our. Well, here we go. Let's get our shaman. I think my pet's bugged. There it
Wow.
is. I wonder if they changed the drop rate.
Yeah, that was not happening yesterday when I was leveling. We gotta come down here for
Maybe we just got
quest
lucky.
item.
I gotta dismiss my pet because he's bugged out.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe he was just having troubles down there.
He's stuck on the wall. There we go. Now he's back in action. Yeah, apparently he's dying, and I don't have Ben Pet to level 12, unfortunately. So, yeah, thank you.
Green Paw.
hmm
This is a named guy of some
Yeah,
kind?
yeah, he's always been here. In Turtle WoW, they actually created a quest to specifically kill him and then name one that's outside.
Hmm.
I'm gonna turn my pet's growl off and just let us take a little bit of the damage so he can. Oh no, I guess you got heals for
Oh,
him.
this was not the thing I was expecting to get a hold of. Oh well.
What's the Gnarlpine cache? What's that?
Just some. I think it's actually used for a rune for rogues. I was kind of reading about that
Oh, okay.
in
You just gave me
when I
money.
was playing the other rogue.
Gotcha. Well, we can go back up. Let's go back up and turn in this quest. Oh. And then we can go kill the guy and grab the final other rune, right?
Yep.
Remember the first time I did this quest all those years ago? You had no idea.
dangerous.
Well, I had no idea what I was doing. You didn't know where the runes were, and this place felt like a maze. It was very
Yeah,
easy to
I
get
remember
lost.
that.
It was so easy to get lost in here. You're like, where am I going? Yeah, it was very dangerous. That people were dying all over the place. People are dying. I was
I
kind
was
of yeah.
looking into videos and I was worried that all of the beginning runes were going to be glove runes,
Mhm.
and I didn't really like any of them that the druid has access to.
Mhm.
But I was glad when I found out that I get Fury of Storm Rage, which
Yeah.
makes my wrath and 0 mana.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. That you guys had a 0 mana wrath. That's amazing. Do you want to kill this guy? He's right here.
Yeah.
Let's just real quick. We can get him. Although I think the spawn rate on him is like insanely fast. Flanking strike. I couldn't even get flanking strike off. Oh, and he gives us that red rune too. Oh, somebody's getting attacked here. Okay, cool. Oh, this is the explosive shot rune. So this is the one that I have to get. All right, let me use this item. Where is it here?
It looks like a belt. I always get confused
Yeah.
by it.
See, he's spawned already. I'm gonna send my pet on him. Hopefully my pet will keep him busy.
And then we gotta go up for the other relic.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna hearth to Dolinar, I think. Unless you want to do those quests.
I was gonna go grab the vial from the Moonwell thing.
Yeah, we can do that. Because I have quests up
Have
that we
you
can.
done those?
No, I haven't done any of the quests by that Moonwell. So,
Okay.
because I need to kill the big spider. Oh shit! I think I do. Hold on a second. Yeah, Tears of the Moon. I need to kill the big spider, and I need the crown of Earth.
I haven't
Yeah.
gotten the quest for Tears of the Moon yet.
Oh, maybe I don't. Yeah, I doubt I could share it. I could try.
You should be able to share it. There's a breadcrumb that leads to it, but I'm not. I don't care about it.
Okay. All right, cool. You were able to get that then. Nice. I'll have to see if there's any other quests I can share. Tumors. You might. Yeah, you might be able to get this one too. If I know there's
think
a.
that one has a pretty
Yeah,
quick-
you're not eligible for that. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's the only one I could share. All right. All right. If you give me a minute, I can switch out my rune.
Yeah.
But I have to, unfortunately, switch off my add-on. It's really annoying, but
Oh,
so you have to protect
Really?
me. Yeah, because the runes they show up, but they don't allow you to click them and and then apply them. You can't do that with the Guild
okay.
Wars 2 UI. You can
Interesting.
once you've done it. I mean you just have to do it this way, unfortunately.
yeah. We probably won't be changing it out every 2 minutes or anything, so it's not a huge deal.
Well, and plus, I'm sure that the developer. I talked to him yesterday, and I know he knows about it, and he's usually pretty quick to get that stuff fixed. So, but I have just reloading the UI. I put explosive shot on my. So we're gonna see how badly it was nerfed. So, well, it was hard to. Yeah, it looks like it was nerfed quite a bit. It still was doing good damage, but it looked like that was just one shot, but it looked like it was about half as much damage as it was doing before. So like almost like 50%.
Oh, we gotta go back up and talk to that guy.
So
That's kind of what I was thinking had happened, and it was just like, it sucks, but it also means that
it makes
you're
sense.
not just one-shotting mobs at this level.
No, I didn't really have I mean, I didn't have a problem with it. I knew they were going to nerf it. I mean, they pretty much almost had to because it was. I mean, I would basically go up to a mob, shoot explosive shot, and maybe get off 1 or 2 autos, and then the mob's dead. It's just like explosive. Actually, I do explosive shot. I do serpent sting, wyvern sting, chimera. Sorry, serpent sting, explosive shot, and then like maybe arcane shot, and they were dead. So it was pretty ridiculous. All right. Here, I'm going to try it now that I've got... Let's see. It still does a ton of damage, though. But I couldn't tell if there were a lot of other people hitting that mob, though. When it was just me and you out in the world, we'll let me do we'll do the turkey test. Do you remember? remember from New World? I always called it the turkey test.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Where we'd kill the turkey to see how much damage you do. Here, explosive shot, boom. Yeah, see, it's not as much. It's easily, I don't know, it's easily 30, 40, 50% less. No, that one missed. But it still feels like it hits hard. Even after they nerfed it, it still feels pretty good because that's just how hard it was hitting.
Yeah, that makes sense. And it's still definitely a really strong, good rune.
But before, it was like, when I had it, I was like, holy shit, that's what I thought Hunter was. I thought Hunter Jesus was in Azeroth, you know, when I got that rune, because I was like, man, I'm gonna fuck shit up, you know. Here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see. Yeah. Still feels like it's doing a pretty good amount. Here, let's take a look. Let me look at my damage meters. So, explosive. Yeah, it says... Nah, it's so hard to see. Explosive shot.
Yeah, I don't think most of these mobs are really going to last long enough for you to notice.
Well, it doesn't look like it's really showing the numbers correct. Because here, don't cast. Yeah, just watch what happens and just see how much damage it does. See, yeah, see, it's nothing. Like that's like a half of what it was doing. So, yeah, so I think the nerf was really, really strong. Yeah, they really nerfed it. Yeah, so. I mean, Chimera might even be better than explosive shot.
Yeah, I always felt that Chimera's strength more lied in refreshing your stings.
Yeah, I think that Chimera is probably better now. Now, I don't know if I can apply. Might be able to. I don't think I can. Runes. No. Yeah, it's like the developer for this. It's like, because it's weird when I go to runes, it says chest rune ability. Equip a chest slot item with a rune engraved to activate an ability in this slot. So it's just wonky. It doesn't even make sense the way it's worded. So I'll have to go into the Discord and talk to him again and see what's the status on them getting that fixed. But I actually feel like Chimera almost feels better right now than an explosive shot, which is really sad, actually.
Where are you going? I thought we were going to go to that Moonwell.
We were. Sorry. I thought you had that quest and you were going to maybe turn it in or something.
Oh, no, I'll gather him up. I don't want to run back.
Okay. I just was on autopilot because I was planning on going to Dolinar. I don't even know why.
Yeah,
'Cause
you're good.
I don't even need to go there. I'm just sick and my head's not working. But when does my head ever work, to be honest? I'm always kind of loopy. Mhm.
And that's how you survive life, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's a no stress life. If I can get up, can I get up this hill? Come on, get up. Oh, come on. You led me to a hill that I can't get up. Here we go.
You maxed out your skinning yet?
Oh man, that's a good. Let me take a look. Yeah, I did. Where's he at? Thank you for reminding me because I did max it out. Yeah, I'm just feeling the sickness is starting to hit me again now that it's getting into the evening.
Del Nadres.
Felt good for about an hour, about 2 hour stretch there, and then now it's starting to spiral down again. Oh, you went all the way to Darnassus?
I died.
Really?
Apparently, I can't take 2 cats at the same time.
Oh,
I forget what
wow.
level they are.
Man. Yeah, now I look at the bottom left corner of the screen. Null Shift has died. And I see it in the party window. You got to be careful. You need Hunter Jesus. Oh. Well, you died, so that's going to give me a chance. No, I'm going to leave the explosive up for a little bit longer, but I'm a little concerned that it's... Let me take a look. I still have Chimera Shot. So, explosive shot damage... It doesn't do much damage. Like the crit, it only hits for like 8 damage. But there's got to be a dot though, because it does more than 8 damage. This makes no sense. It does say
The
that
Chimera shot?
the explosive shot. It's when I click it, it says
Oh.
average damage 7, and it max 8. That just feels weird. There's got to be a dot. It feels like there's a dot to it though, because you see like a.
Yeah, I thought there was a portion that was a dot.
Because you see it tick off usually. I don't know. It's very confusing. But it does say that it's 6.2% of my overall damage, where Chimera says it was only, but 4.5%, and that Chimera was, but it says the average Chimera is 16 damage. So if the average Chimera is 16 damage, then it's hitting harder because I only did 6 Chimera shots, where it says here I've done 21 explosive shots. What I'm thinking is that because I have not used explosive shot 21 times, there's no freaking way since we got it. So what I'm thinking is that the count is each dot too. It's like the shot plus all the dots. I'm gonna reset the meter and we'll check that again. Let's see. Here's a mob. Okay, I just shot this mob that this guy was on, and explosive shot did a total of 24 damage, 3 ticks. So each tick was 8 damage. So 24 damage is not bad, right? I guess.
Not at this level. It's not strong per se, but it's not bad.
Now, okay, now why are you down? I'm all confused. You're going to that Moonwell down south?
Yeah, this is the one before the one up north.
Oh, okay. So you did need that one. Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna go up north to the. I'm just gonna wait by the water because I need the mossy tumors. Do you have the mossy tumors? Let me look.
Not yet. I'm gonna do a lot of walking before I get to that point, unfortunately.
Okay.
After I get this Moonwell and the strange fruit, I'm gonna come up towards there because I want to get the life bloom rune,
Okay.
and I need your help for that.
Sure. Or then you know what? I'll just kill mobs and just get experience killing mobs. Yeah, what I'm trying to figure out is Chimera shot now better? Is it better to be using Chimera?
I think Chimera will be useful to have to refresh stings on long fights without having to do those things. Can you even put more than one sting on a mob?
No, not in vanilla. You can only have one sting at a time.
I wonder if it reminds me of TBC, where the ret hunter the ret paladin could refresh the judgments of all the other paladins with Crusader Strike, I think.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Makes me wonder if it has some sort of functionality like that.
I'm going to throw on Chimera Shot real quick because I want to see how much damage it does. Which means I've got to switch out my UI real quick. Let's see. I think, yeah. Yeah, which really sucks.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. Alright, Chimera, gloves, accept. Okay, add-ons. It just takes like, I don't know, 30 seconds to do it maybe. 30, 40 seconds. Okay, and now, and Chimera is back in my bar, which is cool. I didn't even have to put it on the bar, it actually just popped right back up. That was kind of cool. Alright, so we're going to try, I'm going to reset. So, Explosive Shot was doing, it did crit for 14 once. So it can tick, the ticks can crit then. But it was doing 20% of my damage in combat on the 2 or 3 fights that I did. That's pretty good. Alright, let's see how much Chimera is doing.
Yeah, that's not a bad.
Yeah, let's see how much this Chimera is doing. Okay, so in one fight, Chimera did 26.7% damage. And it's because it's consuming 40% of the Serpent Sting. Chimera hit for 35 damage. So that was... Yeah. And Chimera cooldown is really short. It's only a 6-second cooldown. I'm sure Explosive Shot's probably also only a 6-second.
Chimera Shot 40%, is that in like just 40% of the total?
Yeah, the
dot,
total.
or is
the total
that what's
dot.
left remaining?
I think it's the total. Well, just look at the Serpent Sting. So Serpent Sting says it stings the target, causing 40 nature damage over 15 seconds. Well, the Chimera Shot didn't do 40 nature damage, so that's not correct. So it must have ticked, you know... Well, let's see. The Serpent Sting did 9 damage, right? Check it out. Serpent Sting did 9 damage. Huh? Oh, yeah, there's 16.
Chimera Shot Serpent.
Yeah, there it is. It actually shows 16, so... Which is weird. So it's 40%. So what's 40% of 40? Well, 10% of 40 is 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. So it's, yeah, that's perfect. So yeah, it's exactly 40% of the total damage of Serpent Sting. Because remember, Serpent Sting doesn't do any damage when it hits. That's why that's why it's a terrible thing to pull with when you're trying to tag mobs. Because if you shoot, it's like a warlock throwing up a dot, you know, and it takes this, like Shadow Word Pain or something. Because it takes a second before it actually does anything. But so you can see it did a total of, I guess, 51 points of damage. So if you add those two together in that one fight, it did 38.9% of the damage. So I think Chimera is definitely now stronger than than Explosive Shot, which kind of sucks. But
yeah, unfortunately,
because Explosive Shot was like, oh man, I was blowing people up with that. And it was cool. It's got a cool sound, a cool visual. Everything about it's more pleasing to use because it looks cooler. It's got some neat explosive sounds and
yeah. Does it? I was kind of noticing when we were going in there, it almost looked like explosive hit an AoE at all, like a small AoE around the target.
It might.
Or is that just
that's in retail WoW. I don't know if I don't, man. Let's see if we can figure that out because that would be good to know. WoW explosive.
Because that could be a big difference.
Yeah, that's a huge difference, and it can crit because one of my ticks did crit for 14 or 17 damage. So if their ticks are critting, it's going to do a lot more. Whereas, I mean, I guess Chimera can crit too, but if every tick crit, it would have been huge, you know. But I don't know.
Yeah.
WoW Explosive Shot Hunter. Someone said in the Blizzard forum, Explosive Shot is outrageous. And this is from a while ago. But Explosive shot, explosive shot. Okay, so Wrath of the Lich King. Let's look at the Wrath of the Lich King, because I think that's where it comes from. You fire an explosive charge into the enemy target, dealing all this damage. The charge will blast the target every second for an additional 2 seconds. So it doesn't mention anything about AoE. There's no comments on this one. So I don't think it does. Yeah. And your ranged attack power, though, so it scales with ranged attack power. Let's see if it... I don't... Let me put it back on again. Because I want to see if the tooltip on this one says it. Because it scales with ranged attack power. But I mean, most of your... I think most of your ranged abilities would probably would. So if I read the tooltip, it says you fire an explosive charge into the enemy target, dealing 6 to 8 fire damage. It says to all enemies within 8 yards. Ooh, wait a minute. The charge will deal damage again every second for 2. So yeah, this is an AoE ability. If the mobs are tightly grouped. I mean, 8 yards isn't very far.
Yeah, it's not a huge amount, but I'm especially on like dead mines or something. That's gonna be that could be useful.
Yeah, so it's still really good for dungeons. It would definitely be better in dungeons than Chimera, unless you're worried about trying to regenerate mana. But I don't even know if we get Viper Sting in the 1 to 25 content, you know.
I don't know.
Well, we can find out. Because I have, my Guild Wars 2 UI tells me what abilities come at every couple levels.
No.
So just let me, so right there, explosive shot did 21 damage.
You still have Chimera shot, or is
no?
That
was
all
it
overall?
remembers the damage from the last like 3 or 4 fights.
So I got a little confused. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
what?
It'd be nice. It'd be nice to have Chimera and explosive, but in a way, I'm glad that you can't, because me, I'm not a big fan of having too many abilities, because it just means too many keybinds and it just gets sloppy.
Yeah.
It gets sloppy. And it is hot in this room. It's because it's been so cold here in Florida, or maybe it's because I'm sick. I mean, my forehead's sweating here. All right, so I just pulled a tiger, and I'm gonna have my pet jump on another tiger. So we're gonna have 2 mobs. We're gonna see if
you got to come over here. There's a whole group of harpies that I need to kill for life bloom.
I just saw that it. Okay. I'm coming. I just saw that explosive shots hitting both these mobs.
Nice. Yeah, so that'll definitely improve its usefulness.
Yeah. Yeah, and I just took these, unlike somebody we know, I was able to take out 2 Elder Nightsabers without any issue. Hunter.
Yeah, I definitely noticed that on pet class, like on the Warlock, it was something I could do on there as well. But
I didn't know you were. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This one has some issues with multiple things on them.
Well, I am coming your way, so.
I ended up getting my rogue on this server to 11, 10. I think I got it to 10.
Cool. And
then the warlock, I think I got just to like level 5 or 6.
Cool. You must have been playing a lot today.
Yeah, I took the day off.
I did take I took the day off like 3 or 4 days ago, but then I was in communication with my boss, and I took I wasn't planning on taking yesterday off, but I was so sick I did, and so I tell my boss how sick I was. I decided probably wouldn't be good to be really streaming too much today. I didn't want him to think that I just was making it up, because I wasn't. Believe me, I was really sick.
No, yeah, I get that.
So I've got multiple mobs on me, so it looks like I'm gonna have to maybe take these out before they kill me.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
All right.
It's over in this little nook area that people have been killing almost all the harpies.
So what are we supposed to do? Just kill these?
Well, I gotta clear this area, and then I talk to this Adventurer's Remain, this skeleton here, and then I'll need you to click on the little summoning portal.
Okay.
So go ahead and click on this for me.
Oh, okay. On the portal. Oh, wait. I can't click on the portal. It's just...
Oh, really?
No, it won't let me. I don't
guess
know. I don't know
need a
why.
druid. I'll try it again here in a second.
Yeah, try it. Yeah.
Try one time.
No, the only thing it's giving me is clicking on the Adventurer's Remains. Yeah, I can't click on the portal itself. It's not giving me the interaction. So I guess it's a druid only?
Yeah.
That sucks.
I had heard about it for Warlock, but I thought that was just because of the spells.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
Well, I'm going to run over and get the quests to kill the harpies. I don't have it. These guys would stop attacking me.
Lovely.
Yeah, I mean, the explosive shot definitely starts to feel a lot better when you have multiple targets, because it's pretty cool. But you know, being someone who's played Hunter a lot in the last year, I wouldn't complain. I wouldn't be like, oh my god, this is like the worst thing that's ever happened, because I don't feel like the Hunter feels weak, even after the nerf, you know. I still feel like my damage is pretty good, you know. Alright, I'm gonna go grab this quest over here for the harpies, and then I'll be right back. You got a druid? Oh, you want me to help you? Even
Hopefully.
though, yeah, he can click it and I can help.
At most, I would appreciate being protecting us.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know how difficult it is, or... I'm gonna have to get some more. Do you have any meat that you don't need that I can feed my pet?
I do not.
Okay.
Oh, there's tough jerky on this one. I don't know if it'll let you pick it up unless I...
Yeah, it should if once you loot. Yeah, it will. Once you loot it and stop and then stand up, it'll let me. Thank you. Yeah, my pet will eat that.
I need to get bags. So bad.
Here comes the AoE damage. Oh, I don't think it did. I was like, AoE, come on! Ooh. Alright, let me drink a little bit. Get my mana back. Pet growl is on. We're ready to rock and roll. Yeah, it's gotta be druid only. So what am I doing here? I'm just killing anything that appears. Do it.
It's done.
What? That's it? Oh.
Yeah. It was finding it first, and then
okay.
so not always is it like a super long intensive thing, but I've got another one already that I have to wait until I'm level 10 and get bear form. It's like a little idle thing, and then once I use it and go to bear form, I have to keep my rage higher than 50 for 60 seconds.
Oh.
It does not have to be consecutively, is what I found out, which is good. So, and that'll give me mingle.
Okay.
So, yeah. Do you have the quest for the blood feather belts? Or
No, that's the one I've been saying I need to go pick it up. I keep saying I'm gonna go pick it up.
I'm trying to share it.
Oh, or you can share it, Yeah, that'll work too.
There we go.
I always forget about sharing because you know me, I don't group a lot.
I was like, wait a minute, I thought I tried sharing. I was a little confused.
I didn't see it. One just appeared behind us.
Yeah, this feels a little bit better than just being completely outclassed because of explosive shot. That's what happened yesterday. I'd go and attack something, and the
Explosive
hunter I
shot
was
would just
with would just do like double or triple my damage and kill it. And I was like, oh, I guess I'm not going to be very useful.
Yeah, well, I'd reset the meter. Let's take a look at this one here. Oh, that was too close. Yeah.
Even though hunters are strong, they still do have that dead
zone.
range.
The dead zone, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like right now, you're out DPSing me. I mean, well, yeah. Because it takes a while for my pet to get up there.
It's because I think Wrath was quote unquote balanced around being somewhat mana heavy, and so I couldn't do this normally.
Yeah, we're pretty even. I mean, you're like 51%. I'm at 48% after like 3 or 4 fights, so it's pretty even. Oh, my inventory's full. I mean, that's yeah. How come I?
You want to do the Mist Escort quest, or did you already do that?
Hold on a second. Inventory issues. Yeah, that's fine. I have not done it.
Oh, we'll have to wait for him to respawn. It's okay.
I'm just gonna use this on you, just to clear up inventory space.
Thank you.
And
I just watched somebody run away with Mist. Oh, we should actually get our belts first, to be honest, because we gotta run Mist back to her.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Looks like I'm gonna have to keep my bags. Ooh.
EJO tells Olsen that he needs to make a night elf.
No, I haven't talked to Zolson. Yeah, like, Zelch is.
No, he's still level 1.
Yeah, Zelch is
So just
Zolson,
not
right?
Updating
Zelch
correctly or something?
Who, Zelch?
Yeah. Just shows unknown.
Yeah, it just shows unknown. But Zelch is not Zolson, is it?
Oh, I thought it was.
Yeah, I don't think so. Zelch is the guy that I used to play on Grobulus with all the time. But he changed his name. It didn't used to be Zelch. It used to be something else, and I don't really remember what it was. But oh, hey,
Grads.
thank you. Another scroll of spirit. And my inventory is full again.
I haven't bought bags yet. I did find one bag, but I haven't bought more bags yet. I can't wait to go do the Star Surge rune thing in a little bit. Or well,
I want to go to West. I think over in Westfall is where I get the Beast Mastery.
Oh,
And
nice.
So I'm really curious because it's only in Westfall, so I could get it now probably. So I'm really curious, like how now is that a glove rune too? It is. So that's the rune I'd planned on.
Make decisions.
That's the rune I'd always wanted to use, but it's kind of hard to give up some of these other abilities because they're really cool. I mean, explosive shot, like you said, it's really a cool, you know. So it is tough to pick and choose. Some of these things are hard to
Yeah,
know
I think
which
I'm
one
gonna
to
end
go
up
with.
being leveling is balanced until I get kitty form because this
Yeah.
with this rune is just so much better than bear.
Oh. 7 spider legs. Oh, also, explosive shot and arcane shot share the same cooldown. Like so you can't like I can't explosive shot and then arcane shot, so that kind of nerfs it a little bit. Which is really weird. Which is really interesting because most shots don't share cooldowns, I don't believe. So yeah, I was a little surprised that it worked that way. Right now my inventory is constantly a mess.
You did a lot more damage on that character because she's level 12 and I'm level 9. So
Oh, is that what it was?
I was like, resist. It's like, ah.
I just don't have it. I can't even loot mobs anymore. It's just no room.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. And part of the problem is we got to turn in the Relics of Awakening once we get done with this. Because that's 4 quest items that are taking up space.
Yeah, that's true. That's going to clear up some space. Like you see, I could... Well, that would have was one of those stupid wooden boxes on it. So...
Yeah, I think you can turn those in without completing them.
Really?
It's like a partial turn in, but I haven't...
Oh, okay.
I haven't tried yet.
Because I do have the one I've been getting these ones for like 20 potions, and I'm like, I don't have 20 healing potions.
Yeah. I saw one that was like 20 silver leaf. I was like, I want that one. That would be so easy.
I got that one and I turned it in because I had 20 silver leaf. I was like, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I got that. I'm on my other character, but I'm not complaining because this character got all the bags. I didn't have to buy a single bag, and that saved me 15 silver.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you're still, according to my damage meter, you're still doing more damage than I am. It's close, but you're still doing more. Those smites.
Oh, mine resets every fight, so I'm looking at per fight.
I have a running damage, and you're at 53%. On a longer fight, I'm sure I would probably, because of my pet and because of my stings, I probably would do more damage. But on short fights, because my pet takes him so long to get in there and get on the target, because he's slow. Ooh, I got a big crit there. So I don't know what it was, but something hit him for 58. Is missed. We're gonna get missed, right? How many?
Yeah, I just watched somebody run off with it again. So
we still need blood feathers, man.
True.
We both still need the blood feathers. There was that crit for 20. One of the ticks of explosive ticked for 20 damage. Nice. So that's pretty good. All right, I need one more belt, and you need 2 or 3.
Yeah, somehow I started with 2 belts and then shared the quest with you, and you got all of them.
There's one over here that needs to be looted by me. I don't know if it's a chest or something.
It's probably an inventory problem of mine.
I see 3 of them that need to be looted by me, actually. It's probably one. Yeah, probably ones that you couldn't loot. Okay, I am now done with the quest. Yeah, I'm seeing just stuff you can't loot. Cool.
I got 1, so I just need 2.
Actually, you know, if I ran like we're rolling, I don't have any inventory. If I run up and maybe hit him, let's see what happens if I charge and do flanking and raptor. If I can like overtake damage. Oh, look. And I did. Like the first comment I ran in and did my flanking and raptor, I got #1 on damage now. Because raptor, for me, raptor actually, because of my 2-hand weapon, Raptor can hit pretty hard.
Mm.
Yeah, so interesting. Ooh, tough jerky. I'll take that. Okay, don't want that. So the strategy is to shoot explosive shot, charge in, flanking strike, raptor strike, and hopefully the mob dies. Now, again, if I had a harpoon, think how much better the gameplay would be, right? I'd explosive shot.
Mm-hmm.
I'd send my pet, explosive shot, harpoon in, flanking strike, raptor strike. How much cooler would that gameplay be? And it's like, why is it that
Yeah,
I'm
you don't
so much
really
smarter?
have a good gap closer.
I know. Why am I so much smarter than Blizzard? Like, yeah, this happens all the time, dude. Well, like all the time, I'm like,
I don't know.
why are they so stupid? I mean, this is. And I watched a video by Willie. Well, he said the same thing. He's like, oh, one of the problems with the Hunter in just Season of Discovery is they really don't have a gap closer if you're trying to do like survival. And I'm like, yeah. And I'd already posted it on the forum post, you know. And then I watched.
I actually don't know that there are many
Yeah.
that have a gap closer. I don't think Rogue really has one.
But Rogue has. But the thing is, the Rogue has the ability to open up without being seen, so he's guaranteed an opener. Feral Druid, you're in cat form, you're a kitty, you can open up without being seen. Warrior has charge, right? Warrior has charge.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to
There's
think
no
who else,
like
you know.
Out of combat.
There's no there's no
paladin.
guaranteed melee opener. For like a melee hunter. I mean, really, they just need harpoon. I mean, and someone on the forum is like, well, you're going to give them all the abilities from retail and it's going to be retail. And I'm like, no, they're already given. I'm like, almost all the abilities you see are coming from different versions of WoW, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, the harpoon just makes sense. I picked up the spider. Harpoon just makes sense for the hunter. I mean, it's an ability that should have been in the game from day one. Because hunters should always have the option to hit people with a weapon that isn't a bow. That isn't a ranged weapon.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Because it makes the gameplay more fun. It makes it more engaging. The in-out kind of combat. And like other MMOs have done it. You know, Ion did it. Lineage 2 to a certain degree did it, you know? I mean, not really, but if you were like an assassin, you could use your bow and go in and hit people up close. It was more melee-based, but Ion had a class, a scout, where you basically would shoot and you would weave melee in between your arrows. You'd like move in and hit them with some abilities, and you'd move back out, and it was this kind of in-out. It was a much more engaging gameplay.
Okay, now remember last time I tried to do this in a group, you got to be close.
Okay, I'm coming. You can go ahead and start it. I'm sure my quest log is. I got it.
Awesome. It's timed, and I noticed that they kind of goes away if we
Yeah, Jamie.
combat elsewhere.
Well, Jamie says he anticipates more abilities, and for sure there's going to be more abilities. And I'm like I said, I put the post in the forum saying we need a gap closer for like a melee-based type of hunter. And then I watched the video by Willie. And Willie said, "Hey, Jamie," Willie said he mentioned it too, and he said that survival hunters need the ability, you know, to have like a gap closer. And then I was watching Big Bob Du Bois' video, and guess what? He said it too in his video.
Same
He's like,
thing.
"What?" He said the same thing. He goes, "One of the hunters are missing is like the ability to close the gap." And I'm like, wow, it's not just me. And I'm like, and notice it's people who play the game, who understand the mechanics, understand that that's something that's just sorely lacking on a more. I'm not going to say all melee, because it's not going to be all melee, because you have too many good ranged abilities you're going to want to use in PvP. So, but if you want to give the hunter the ability to move in and hit a target with flanking strike and raptor strike and make it usable, you need a gap closer. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult to be able to use those abilities very often. You know, if you're going up against a mage, good luck. If you're going up against like another hunter, for example, even another hunter would be tough,
I am honored.
because he's just going to kite you.
Goddess watch over you. Farewell. Good luck, friend.
I got no room. I got no room.
Be careful.
Yeah, that's what I'm running into again as well.
Okay, well, I'm done. So I need to go to Dolinar. Oh no, I still have to kill these. I need the tumors.
I gotta come back here for this Moonwell because I did them a little bit out of order.
That's fine.
I
you can have that.
should have the tumors at that point.
Yeah. Watch, I'm gonna do this.
Oh, I guess I'll have the tumors if I go to Darnassus first.
And the other thing that would make hunters better, that if you really want to make hunters have more burst damage, which I don't know if they necessarily need it, but if you want to make the gameplay more fun, is to do what they said they well, I don't know if it's what they said they were going to do, but is to make Raptor Strike instant. Because when I run in and when I run into melee range with a mob, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flanking strike Raptor Strike, and if Raptor Strike's instant, it's going to look really cool. It's going to be two quick 360 spinning abilities. It just feels good. It looks good. You know what I mean? And and let's be honest, having abilities that are like next strike skills, like heroic strike's the other one, right?
Yep, heroic strike and maul.
Yeah, heroic strike, maul, and they don't feel good. Like they've never felt good, and I don't even understand why they even exist in the game. I don't even remember playing other MMOs that have that type of skills. Like, you usually
the thing that they do that's unusual is that they don't take up like an action point because it takes up your melee auto attack.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of it being like part of an active ability and then hitting the GCD and all that, it doesn't activate any of those.
Wow. So it can be explosive in that,
you can do other things in addition.
Yeah,
to
it looks explosive. It doesn't necessarily mean it's more explosive, but let's say you do an auto attack and it crits, and you hit a heroic strike before that, and you'll see like what looks like two abilities triggering almost at the same time, and two big crits, like auto strike crit, heroic strike crit. So it feels like, oh wow, but it's it's just because the heroic strike timing with the swing time meter of auto, like you could hit it and it feels like it takes forever before the swing to go off, or it could almost feel instantaneous because your auto attack just finished right before or whatever. But yeah, it's just I'm just always kicking I get so frustrated with Blizzard because I'm like, I don't understand how you can't. I mean, are you playing the game is my question. The people that are making these the person who makes changes for a hunter should be someone who plays the hunter actively in the game. They should be someone who gets in there, plays the class, and really understands it. Or if they don't, they need to get together with 10 or 20, maybe not that many, because get together with 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 like really good, top-rated PvP hunters, and just talk to them and say, is this something that's good? What changes would you make?
It's kind of interesting. Because in retail, maul still exists, but it's not the style that it is here, and so it's noticeable. Because I almost never use that ability because it's a choice of do I use Mangle or some other ability or Maul, whereas as long as you have the Rage, you can hit both.
Yeah, but that Raptor Strike in retail WoW doesn't have a delay on it. It's instant. In retail, it's instant.
100 all.
Yeah, in retail WoW, and ever since like
But can you hit? So I guess the question is, can you hit flanking and Raptor Strike in the same like GCD, so to speak?
Oh, I don't. You mean in retail? There's no flanking strike in retail, so.
I was meaning here.
In here.
Because I'd be curious if retail doesn't allow that. The similar situation in Mall is where here you can do that, but.
Yeah, you can. You can do it here. Here you can definitely do it because I just did it. You can hit flanking strike and Raptor, and because it just queues up Raptor. It doesn't like say, oh, you're in a global cooldown of. I can't loot anything. This is really getting annoying. I actually.
That's why I'm in town. I'm gonna turn stuff in and then Hearth back to Dolinar, and then I'll be ready to do more quests.
I forgot to grab I didn't realize that I needed that Moonwell. Because there's so many things on my mini map. There's like Gatherer. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I want to turn Gatherer off, but I can't seem to figure out how to do it, and which is weird because normally it's really easy to turn off. Yeah, oh my god, like having to like use explosive shot now and actually fire another like auto shot after that, and normally I didn't have to do that. Normally I could just send my pet, hit explosive shot, and walk away. And my pet and the explosive shot would basically kill the mob. And now I have to actually keep shooting. They could lock Harpoon behind pole arms and remove the ability to equip a bow. Increase physical damage by 10%, maybe only throwing... That's some pretty interesting changes. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with that because in retail WoW, like in retail WoW, you use a two-hand weapon. You don't use a bow. Like when I'm playing with my survival hunter build in retail WoW, I don't use a bow. I just use survival tree and a two-hand weapon. You know, where is this here? And yeah, and you're using Raptor Strike, and I'm actually gonna Hearth to Dolinar right now.
I'm about to. I got to turn in one more quest, and then I'll be there as well.
But there's no reason for Hunter not to have it, you know? I don't think.
Could you queue up Raptor Strike in process and have it essentially hit right as you get up to the mob?
Queue up Raptor Strike? Say that, I'm sorry, I was looking at something. Say that again.
So as you're running up to the mob, before you get close to him, queue up Raptor Strike so that it goes off instantly when you get up to the mob?
Yes, I do it all the time on my melee hunter, yep, Because I do that with my melee hunter, because what I do is I send my pet, I drop my fire trap, my immolation trap, I send my pet's a wolf, so he does his furious howl, which lasts for like 6 or 8 seconds. Then, as soon as the mob aggroes my pet, I bring my pet back, dragging the mob across my fire trap. I've already hit Raptor Strike, usually by the time my pet gets to him, so it's queued up. So when the mob comes back, the first thing that goes is Raptor Strike. And the reason, and I want it to be that, because then it gets the benefit of the bonus Furious Howl on it, so the crits are bigger, it gets bigger crits. So yeah, it works that way for sure. Yeah, so this bow that I bought was more damage than the hunting bow. It's 5.8 versus 4.6. It's also 2.6, but it costs 17 silver, whereas the bow I bought from the AH was only 4 silver. And I must have been rich on my other character, because I straight up bought this 17 silver bow and still had money left over, so... Oh, well,
I think the only thing I bought that was that expensive was just 4 6-lot bags.
Yeah.
Illuminate your path.
I gotta do some cooking too. I got a bunch of this, some bobs I can cook up for meat. I'm gonna have to go in the kitchen and get a drink. Let me do that. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Right. But I got pretty pissed off when on the forums, people were like calling me out saying, "Hey, hunters don't need a gap closer. They've got tons of gap closers. They got concussion shot." And I'm like, that's not a gap closer.
Peace
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna shoot a mage with your concussive shot. I go, good luck getting up to the mage within the next 5 seconds. You know,
Farewell.
and even if you do, he's just gonna blink away from you. So I don't know how that's a gap closer.
All right, so those supply things, the green little boxes,
Mhm.
if you put them in uncompleted, I got 1 silver and 70 experience compared to a completed box was 6 silver and 80 experience. So they're worthless in terms of experience, but
Okay.
money is
Yeah.
still kind of
Yeah. I'm trying to fix my gather mate because I really don't want to see. Select the nodes that you want displayed in the world and minimap. I don't want to see. Oh my god, there's so many. I mean, I don't really want to see them on the world map at all. The thing is, it's saying world and mini. It's not letting me specify between. It's like, I don't want to see them on the world map. I just want to see them on the mini map. Oh, well, whatever. I'm going to deal with it now. But I don't understand why they don't have that option.
yeah, that's a little weird.
I mean, normally they do, so it's kind of weird. Can't believe that they wouldn't, because that's just basic functionality.
Hello. Goodbye.
Oh yeah, good stuff, nice.
Dear Ladris.
Alright, so I need to kill Ursel the Mauler. And I guess that's... Oh, and then... Why am I missing something? Why am I missing a quest? Oh, I haven't done the tumors yet, because you haven't done it yet, right? That's the one I'm missing.
Yeah, I just picked it
Okay.
up. I'm gonna.
Alright, let's go do that.
I gotta go
then.
train. I just hit level 10, so I got a quest over here. I'm gonna pick up, and then I'm gonna hearth back, drop off those, and then we'll get back over there.
Where are you hearthing to?
Where you are, Dolinar.
But you want to do them tumors first, because they're closer to you than... Well...
Oh yeah, I could do that. I was just gonna turn in the Relics of Awakening quest, but I've got space. I could do that.
Yeah, if you want to. It doesn't matter. I mean, I don't care. I'll just, like I said, I'll keep killing mobs and just grinding XP while I wait for you to get there.
Yeah, go ahead and start coming over. I'm gonna grab this quest real quick.
Yeah, but it'll be really interesting because like we just don't know. I mean, we don't know. I mean, they may release, Harpoon may be put into the game, and I do think that hopefully they have somebody who watches, like an intern at Blizzard, because that's what I would do. I'd hire some interns that you don't pay them anything, and just say, I want you to go out to YouTube and watch videos by all the big streamers for WoW and take notes on what they think, what changes they're recommending, and take notes and bring them to us,
Yep.
But yeah, I'm constantly amazed that some of the things that I consider to be like no-brainers are missed by Blizzard. I'm like, just like, what?
There are some things that you have that are preference.
Yeah.
Because I have identical keybinds on all my characters, so I don't care about character-specific keybinds.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. But I still think that
It's not a big deal, but it's just like one minor difference between the two of us. It's like,
Yeah.
it's kind of a preference, but I get it.
well, it just blows my mind though, because I mean, I guess a lot of people probably do, and that's probably why they do it the way they do it, because most people probably do have the same keybinds, and I don't know why
And
I
it's
don't.
more that
it's just
all my keybinds are in the same location on the action bars.
Mhm.
My abilities, I'll just move them to whatever keybind I need them at.
Oh, I see.
So I don't have to like go to each character and like.
See, I don't
adjust them
do it
each
that
time, I
way
just drop it on there.
because visually, certain keybinds I look at them. I'll look to see if they're off cooldown. So visually, like
Oh yeah, okay.
there's like the ones that are on my main bar at the bottom are ones that I want to see. I want to track them.
So I get that. I use weak auras to track cooldowns like that, rather than my action bars.
I use weak
But
auras, but not
I get that idea.
but not a lot. I mean, I don't really look at them a lot, but I do sometimes look at them. But it's more just habit, I think. It's like I've played the
Yeah.
game for so long. I like certain
In a particular way,
abilities.
you're
I
used
like
to it, you're
certain
efficient that
abilities to
way.
be in certain spots on the screen.
Mhm.
And the keybinds, because like for example, for me, like any interrupt is always going to be on probably one of two keybinds. It's going to be usually it's going to be X or it's going to be Z or it's going to be like mouse wheel up, one of three keybinds. If I'm doing like
And then-
kick, like rogue kick, mouse wheel up. If I'm doing like maybe a warrior pummel, it's probably going to be Z key, because they're very easy keys to hit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I have a Naga, so all my interrupts are always on essentially number pad 7. Is how it works
yeah,
out
so
for
you've
me,
got a
but-
Naga. See, I don't.
Same
I
idea.
use a standard mouse. You know, well, whatever you want to call it, 6-button mouse, is it? See, 1,
Yeah,
2,
whatever
3,
they are.
4, 5. I think they call it a 6-button mouse.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's a similar idea to me. And then I usually, because I use a weak aura package to track things that I need to actually watch when they come off cooldown,
Hmm.
after I've gotten used to them, like if I've gone away for a while, I have to watch them. But after I've gotten used to where they're at, I tend to hide my entire action bars, so I don't even see them anymore.
Yeah, like if you look at my screen, you don't see any. You only see my main action bar. Like all the other ones are hidden. You know, but yeah, I definitely have like certain things I like to see in certain places. I don't know,
All right,
just that way.
let's get these tumors.
Yeah. But I also think that I keybind a little bit differently than most people,
Yeah,
because I do.
I
like-
see keybinds like that on like PvPers, whereas
Mhm.
I'm more willing to be a little less efficient, so to speak.
Mhm.
But yeah,
like certain keybinds are specific for like movement, meaning that I can be moving in any direction and still execute. You know, I have access with my left hand to move in every direction and still hit the keybind without interrupting my movement. And a lot of times to do that, I have to jump in the air, so that that's one of the benefits the way WoW works, is that when you jump, your momentum still carries you the direction you're going.
yeah.
I think Guild Wars 2 it doesn't, which is really, I always thought was really an odd choice by them.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of.
And I think the reason they did that
games
was
have animation locking too.
Well, I think, yeah, me either. But I think the reason they did that in Guild Wars 2 is because of the jump puzzles. It makes the jump puzzles a lot easier. Maybe. But only if you're not as skilled. I'm so good at jumping in WoW that I would say that it probably makes it harder for me. If they
Yeah, you're just getting used to it.
yeah. Ooh, you're taking some damage there.
I wanted the tags. I was like,
Yeah.
let's see how we can do this. Unfortunately,
They-
by me tagging also means I have no mana now.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them over here. Though. I can go ahead and pull. My pet can take a little damage. It just takes forever to get there.
Mm-hmm.
They were respawning when I did this quest the other day. They were respawning very, very fast, but it doesn't feel like they're respawning as quickly this time. Less people.
I feel like
over
there's
here.
not quite as many.
There's just
Yeah.
less people. Yeah. I feel like the server is obviously very full, but I feel like most of the people are at higher levels now.
A lot of people are in the human area. When I went over there, it was awful.
Oh, really?
Or it was a lot worse than this. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Like, apparently, a lot of people really like
Yeah.
night elves and druids on PvE servers, but PvP they'll go human every time. Gotta catch those stealthers.
Yeah. That, and they like to get into dead mines as fast as possible. And
Yeah.
dead
Even though that
mines.
doesn't entirely make sense, because eventually you're gonna have to go hit all the other dungeons,
Mhm.
because they really matter now that the max is 25, so all of the low level dungeons are
Mhm.
important.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Flanking strike. Yeah, but see that's a perfect example. If I had harpoon, I could get in there. I could like basically shoot
Get it
explosive
off on
shot,
time.
and I could harpoon in and get off the flanking strike and raptor strike very quickly, and it would allow me to actually do some damage instead of like flanking strike. Now feels like almost like a wasted ability because it takes too long to get in close to use it. And that to me, it's just common sense. I mean, it's common sense, you know. Yeah, I know, but I still think the character specific key bindings is a common sense one. But maybe it's just me.
I think the rune they gave rogues initially is really weird. It's essentially it's a shadow step that deals damage, but you can only use it from stealth. And so instead of something you can use in combat the whole time, you can use it once, and then you can't use it anymore.
What?
Until you're out of combat again.
Oh,
because you have to
kinda
use it
sucks.
from stealth.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like,
Yeah.
it is slightly beneficial because you teleport to your mob, so it's somewhat nice
Is
to
it
be able
Shadow
to help
Strike?
tag
Is it
things.
Shadow Strike? Or
Yeah, Shadow Strike.
Shadow
yeah.
Strike. Yeah. Shadow Strike usually you use from stealth, and
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And then the
I
other
never
room that
really
I
liked
found
I never
at
really
low
liked Shadow
level.
Strike. Even in retail, I never liked it.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it.
I didn't like it.
The other rune I found at low level, at like level 3 or 4, was Mutilate, that you can't use until you have dual wield.
Yeah, you can't use that until you have dual wield, and that's usually level 20, if I remember. Oh no, wait,
10.
Rogue? That's level 10 on Rogue, yeah.
Yeah. Warrior is 20, but.
And Hunter also, I think is 20.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I never really do Hunter all that much. But yeah, it was just like, oh, cool. I wonder how this is going to work
Like-
when I don't have Mutilate. It doesn't.
Yeah, I like Shadow Step because Shadow Step gives you such really cool, like,
Gives you choice.
gives you choice. It gives you a really high skill ceiling because you can pull off some really very skillful things with Shadow Step. It also gives you a lot of defensive capability.
I was really hoping
So-
they were going to get like Saber Slash, which is like an upgraded version of Sinister Strike that includes a bleed, but
Okay.
no, you don't get that until much later. I was like, ah. I was really hopeful because when I got the Druid, I got Furious Stormrage, which was really nice and super helpful for leveling, but I
Well,
guess they decided rogues didn't need the help.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that rogues are really weak, but I mean, I don't see them as being weak. I just think they're
I don't
squishy.
think they're
I just
weak.
think they're squishy.
Yeah.
You know.
They're a little bit squishy, and at least it seems like leveling them up is interesting. Because that was one thing I noticed when I was kind of watching the people that were like pushing to level as fast as possible. Rogue wasn't on that list.
No.
There was only a couple, but
I bet Hunter
it's
was
like
on
Mage,
there.
Warlock. Yeah, Hunter was the one that was the first on 25 on Wild Growth on
Yeah.
Lion's side.
Mhm.
And then it was a Druid, and then I think it was a Warlock.
Warlock, wow.
Pet class.
Yeah, any pet class, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if I would have went with Boar, it probably would have been a lot better. But I just don't like the sound they make. I find it annoying to my ears.
Yeah, that's
The
what
squealing
Big
sound.
Bod Boy was talking about.
Oh, did he mention that?
Charge just makes him nice. Yeah, the charge thing was really nice. And
It is.
You can't go away from his board.
It's the gap closer. It gets your pet in there doing
Yeah.
damage very quickly. And it also has like a 1 second stun. So if you see a caster start to cast, you can interrupt it with your charge. But it's just that squealing of the boar is like, I mean, I guess you can turn your sound off, but I like to hear my game sound. It's just not really loud.
I agree.
Yeah, explosive shot feels pretty lackluster. In fact, I'm guessing that I still feel like Chimera against single targets is much better. Probably much better.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that
single
makes
target.
sense considering how it's actually worded. Like, and I think it would almost feel bad if explosive shot was better in every situation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's kind of like Green Arrow, you know, the comic book character. Like,
yeah,
Green Arrow has all these trick arrows, and he pulls them out for different situations. That's what explosive shot is. It's like a specific situation arrow, you know. Like there's 3 mobs running up in my partner here, Druid Null Ship's face. I'll just toss an explosive arrow at him, you know. All right,
Awesome.
you're done,
That's done.
and I'm done.
Yeah, I'm gonna hearth back to Dolinar and turn in some of those quests.
I don't have the ability to hearth, so I don't think. Let me see.
Well, that's okay, because once I get done with those, I'm gonna teleport to Moonglade so I can start working on the bear
Druid.
quest.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to... Where's this quest turn at? Dolinar?
Darnassus. Druid area, Druid
How
Enclave.
come it's not showing up? Let me make sure I know I completed it. Yeah, complete. Yeah, it's Darnassus. Yeah, for some reason my map is screwed up now. It's not showing any quest turn in Darnassus.
Oh.
There, I just had it turned off. Okay, so I have a couple quests turned in. Oh man, I've got one at Dolinar too. I have 3 quests I need to turn in, actually. Alright. It does feel good when it crits. When explosive shot, when one of the ticks crits, then it becomes from being like decent damage to, I think, good damage. It's like one tick crit there did 20 damage with just one tick. So like each tick is doing, let's see, explosive shot. And it's still, it says it's doing 27.7% of my damage. So that's pretty significant, actually.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's definitely a strong ability.
I still think it's, yeah, I think it's a good ability. Yeah, like right there, this guy was fighting a mob and he had about 40% of the health left, and I just hit him with an explosive shot, and the mob pretty much just died.
Nice.
So, but like I said, I think for the hunter, like if you could get a survival-based built hunter, even in this phase, if you could get your crit up, which is going to be hard to do at only level 25, but if you could get a decent crit rating, I think you could do a lot of damage in PvP.
Was that Master Marksman rune did something with crit? Is that ranged only crit?
It was range. Yeah, it was. It was range. It's 5% to all your ranged abilities, and again, that's going to apply to explosive shot. I would think all your ticks would have
a
5% increased chance to crit, which would make explosive shot that much better. You know, the one thing I found out leveling up my melee hunter Shady Moon on Skull Rock was that Serpent Sting did surprisingly a lot of damage. You know, I was going in, I wasn't using Serpent Sting, I was leveling with melee skills only, all the way up to like level 35 or 40, and then I said, you know what, I'm just to make it more fun and give my character a little bit more variety, I'm going to let her have access to stings, like Viper Sting, Serpent Sting, and Scorpion Sting. But I found that, and what I used Serpent Sting for was mostly just a pulling ability. I just used it to initiate my combat. And I was just so surprised. I was doing a dungeon. Like I think it was Sunken Temple. And at the end of the dungeon, I looked at my damage meter. And Serpent Sting was doing like 20% of my overall damage.
That doesn't terribly surprise me as long as you've got good uptime on it.
It really surprised me.
Just because it's like wow. Small bits and pieces, but it's always there. It's always ticking off. So.
But I mean, you got to figure I'm doing traps almost every pull, like explosive traps that are hitting multiple targets. And my traps were doing more than Serpent Sting. I mean, they were doing like 35% of my total damage or something. You know, but Serpent Sting was coming in around like 18 or something, or 18. And I was like, wow, that's pretty surprising. So my point being that vanilla WoW this is still pretty much vanilla WoW. I mean, so Serpent Sting still should be a very good ability to use in the beginning. So for my rotation, I might want to like start off with Serpent Sting and then Explosive Shot against mobs that are not going to die within 2 seconds.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, my pet just leveled up his loyalty level too. Let's see how he's at.
Nice.
He is, let's see. I mean, normally I go to Westfall and pick up my wolf by now. But yeah, I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to...
close to made that trek.
Well, I want to go over to Westfall and get... Oh, we're level. We could easily make it at level 11 if there's 2 of us.
Well, we don't have to worry about dying, so, I mean, we'll make it
not
eventually.
hardcore WoW, so... It's I was saying yesterday though, I've played hardcore for so long that even when I'm not playing hardcore, if I get close to death, I'm like, no, don't die, you know, like as if something bad's gonna happen. But really, nothing.
I really dislike it just because of the time sink. You have
Yeah.
to run back to your body.
Yeah, I gotta
but
run back.
if
And
I'm gonna fight for something, I'll risk it if I don't have to worry about actually dying like that.
Yeah. I always feel like when I kill a deer inside a Darnassus, like some night elves are gonna pop out of the woods and chastise me. How dare you?
Right.
You know what I mean? How dare you kill
How may I help?
living
Or
creature?
maybe even a druid, because I'd have a level 14 druid quest where I
Yeah.
go and heal sickly deer. So
And I'm running in here
would
slaying
make
them left
sense.
and right just because I'm trying to raise my skinning. What is my skinning, by the way? My skinning is 83 out of 150. I still haven't hit level 12, but I should get pretty close. I should hit it here. And you know, I took the time to level up my fishing all the way to like 65 on the other server. Oh God. And I hate
yeah,
fishing.
we spent some time over there.
I know. So, but you know what? I knew it wouldn't take as long to get this character up.
Tyrande has no idea how to lead our
Yeah, we have a better idea where
Speak
certain
quickly,
things
young
are.
lord.
And
I have urgent
strengths and
matters to attend.
engravings and
I
whatnot.
have vision that she lacks.
That and the fact that there's so many fewer people in the starting area.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't fighting for mobs at all. I didn't have to stand in one spot wait for one mob to spawn in the exact same spot over and over again. Like, let me do the playtime on this character. So playtime 6 hours and 42 minutes, which surprised me it's that much. I thought it would have been less, but I think on my other character that was like level 13, I was at like, I think I was like 8 or 9 hours.
Yeah, you spent a fair amount of time looking for gear on the auction house and
Yeah,
going for that stuff, which I don't blame you.
I dig
Especially
around a
when I was
little
on my rogue, I was like, oh, maybe I should go get a different way. And I did. I think I actually went up and trained one-handed swords and found a sword.
Mhm.
Greetings.
And that was very helpful and very useful. So it is worthwhile.
Yeah, there's definitely things, you know, you're forward thinking. You're like, well, I know down the road I'm gonna need this, so it's time well spent. I don't know what I'm doing though. I need to turn in, I need to turn the Tears of the Moon or whatever that's called.
Oh, and then you have a follow-up quest that gives another good chunk of experience, so you should level up from that.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna hit level 12, which is then I got to go get my pet training done because I got to go learn men pet, which is great. And then I've got to go to Dolinar and turn those quests in because I have a quest at Dolinar to turn in. 2 quests at Dolinar to turn in, and then I'm done with this zone. Then I can go to the next zone.
Well,
Oh, but I haven't killed.
Have you turned in the tumors?
No, and because I got to kill the Oakenscowl, whatever his name is.
Yeah. I gotta turn in the tumors. I don't remember if there was something after that or if Oakenscowl is next.
I think Oakenscowl is next. Yeah, he's next. And I didn't kill Ursa the Mauler either, did I?
Nope. Because you'd asked me about that and we hadn't gone down there. I have the quest
Yeah.
for him now, though.
Yeah, so I've got to kill him too. So I still have a lot of stuff to do.
I am honored.
Man, I might be level 13 by the
Shall
time
allow.
I head to Darkshore.
I think we are getting close to being done, though.
Oh yeah, we are. I just got to kill Oakenscowl, Ursa the Mauler, and that's it. That's the last quest we have to do. The rest of the stuff I have are just things I need to turn in. I've got 1, 2. Yeah, Ursa the Mauler. Why am I running up? Yeah, and because it's one of these ones. It's going towards Darkshore, the Nessa one.
Ishnu Daldiet.
I'm about one
May the
level behind
stars
you.
guide you.
Okay.
Once I get to Darnassus and turn those things in and be ready to go again, I'll be level 11.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see what they do with the hunter in the next phase, as far as
Yeah.
glyphs, you know.
Be able to access the bottom talent.
Yeah. Yeah, the one thing that they have done is, you know, I mean, the Beast Mastery rune, it stinks that it's tied to the same slot as 2 other pretty good runes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think explosive shot's a great PvE ability, obviously with the AoE potential, and the Chimera shot.
At some point,
pretty good utility.
I'll have
ability.
to go over to 1,000 Needles, I think it is.
Really?
And go kill Grim Totem people. Because apparently that's where my Wild Strikes or Wind Fury Totem ability drops.
Yeah. That's going to be huge.
Peace be with you.
People are going to want you in their group when you tell them you've got that. And you're like, oh, yeah, I got Wild Strikes. Let's go.
Yep.
Sometimes I watch this game and I'm amazed at how at how good it still looks. I mean, certain areas of the game, I'm like, man, this game looks really. I mean, if someone would release this game today and I would have played it, I wouldn't have been like, oh, this is a 20-year-old game. I wouldn't be saying that. Now, and then there's other places in the game where I would say that,
Yeah.
Like when you're walking through Darkshore, there's some of those trees there where the textures are so jagged. Remember that tree in Darkshore? Yeah. The tree in Darkshore right on the river's edge between Elwood and Duskwood. There's some trees that have this jagged texture. It's like so pixelated. Looks like we're playing, like we're playing Bitcraft or one of those. What's that game? Minecraft. It's like we're playing Minecraft or something. I still don't think I've ever played an MMO where the character feels as smooth movement-wise as WoW. And that's a pretty big statement. All the MMOs that have come out, I still don't think there's one I've played where the character feels this, I don't know, just feels this smooth. Like Guild Wars 2 feels pretty good, but it's a different kind of feeling, it's the way the characters move and that. Like, when you move in Guild Wars 2, when you get to the end of moving to the right, I think it does like a slowdown. I think. Maybe not. No, I don't think it does, actually. That's one thing I don't like, is they try to make it realistic. Like if you're running to the right and you hit let's say you hit D, let's say your A and D is your left and right, strafe left and right. For me, it's Q and E. So for me, I'd hit E to strafe right, and then as soon as you hit Q to strafe left, in some games you immediately start going left, like in World of Warcraft, but in some games you don't. Some games you do this kind of slow down, where your character starts to slow down, maybe they slide a little bit, and then they turn around and then they start moving the other way. And I prefer the former, where you just immediately turn and start moving the other direction.
Yeah.
Because it just feels more responsive. It's not realistic to the real world, but it feels more responsive in it from an input point of view to the user. Man, I forgot about that. We don't really call them users much anymore. I mean, we do, but back in the day, everybody who used a computer was a computer user. You don't really call gamers users, you call them gamers.
Yeah.
But, user input. I'm getting loopy. Sickness says it's hold on me, I think. Alright, I'm almost to Dolinar, it looks like.
I'm behind you. I'm just getting out of Darnassus.
Yep, I just gotta turn these quests in, then we can kill Oakenskow, and then we can kill Ursula the Mauler. And then I think we can head to Darkshore.
Yep.
Unless you want to run all the way to Stormwind. Which you don't. Well, you said you gotta go to Moonglade, right?
Oh, I've already been to Moonglade. I teleport there.
Okay, gotcha.
I do gotta run up and grab a moon whale real quick by the harpies.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So I'll be delayed.
What brings you here?
Ooh, I've got 42 silver. Dang. Rich.
Did you train yet?
No, I didn't. Shit. I should have known. No.
I'm rich. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I should have known something's wrong. Well, I know I have Menpad. I can't remember what else I get. Well, I can find out because my UI tells me. Oh. Got 2 new pet abilities. We're going to get greater stamina rank 2 great stamina, great armor ranks for the pets. We're gonna get men pet. We're gonna get wing clip, track humanoids, and then raptor strike rank. And we already have that. I think that's it. I think just men pet and wing clip. Maybe one other thing. I don't know.
I am honored. Good luck, friend. Be careful.
I wish they would have kept the feline swiftness, the Wrath version.
Hello. Can I assist
I hate
you?
that it's outdoors only.
Yeah. I don't like that either. Because it's almost like, I mean, a lot of times when I'm really like, when I was thinking of builds for my melee hunter, where I was just doing, I was actually a lot of times considering, oh shit, getting attacked by these
May the
boglins.
stars guide you.
But I'm kicking their ass. Holy crap.
Well, they're small little boglings.
Yeah, but usually when I do them, they feel difficult, but they didn't feel difficult here.
Hello.
But yeah, like a lot of times
Can
I
you explain
kind of
that?
will even do builds. I'll kind of min-max builds where I don't even put it into feline swiftness just because I know that I'm going to be doing dungeons, and I don't really care about at the outside swiftness as much. But I usually end up picking it up in most builds, 90% of the time probably. Let me grab some herbs while I just wait over here. But yeah, I guess I'm just a little surprised because anybody, like, I talked a lot about it the last couple of days, but if you play like the Survival Hunter in Battle for Azeroth or Shadowlands or Dragonflight, it's a really fun way to play Hunter. And what's fun about it is you have the ability to move in and engage a target by harpooning in, and you also have the ability to get away, to like move out with disengage. So just those two things give you this wonderful mechanic of being able to quickly get in and jump in onto top of people to do damage. And also, if you're getting your butt kicked and you want to get out, you can get out. You can disengage out. Plus, disengage gives you a lot of really cool things you can do in battlegrounds. If you disengage off of higher elevations like a bridge or a cliff, it throws you even further. There's a lot of cool things you can do with it. So it's just a really fun mechanic. And it just would have been, disengage in vanilla doesn't do that. It just basically reduces your threat. It's like being a priest and popping, fade.
I didn't even think it reduced your threat. I thought it just made you not able to be hit by most things. Right?
No, in vanilla, it's different. Like, let's see if I can find it in my thing. Here, disengage. Attempts to disengage from the target, reducing threat. Now, you're thinking deterrence, I think. Exactly.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you're thinking deterrence. Zelch, that's right. I almost said that. I almost said, fucking fade. Do you remember that story? I don't think that story blew. I was playing a priest once, and I hadn't played a priest in a couple years in Vanilla WoW, right? Or I hadn't played a priest in Vanilla WoW in years, and so I was playing a priest, and I was healing a dungeon for the very first time. I don't know if it was like Dead Mines or Stocks or something. I think it was Stockades maybe. And all of a sudden, I was getting all this threat. I'm like, why am I getting so much threat? Why are these mobs all coming after me? And it's because in Vanilla, that's the way it worked. Like in Retail WoW, you're playing like, let's say, Mist of Pandaria or something. Like, threat isn't that big of an issue for healers in Mist, but in Vanilla WoW, threat is huge. And I'm like, how do I drop threat? I couldn't remember. So I'm like freaking out. I got all these mobs running at me. I'm thinking they're going to kill me, and then the whole group's going to be wiped. Everybody's going to think I'm the biggest noob on the entire face of the planet. And then it struck me that I have the ability called Fade. I had just forgotten about it. And I'm like, fucking Fade. And I think Zalsum was in there too, and for like a couple of weeks after that, we kept kind of just kept kind of memeing on it and saying "fucking Fade." You had to be there. It was hilarious at the time. I remember it was like one time I was in Arathi Basin, and me and my brother were double roguing Goldmine, protecting Goldmine. We could easily like defend two rogues against anywhere as up to 4 people. We could pretty much take them all out. And I remember one time there was a really heated battle where we killed like 2 or 3 people, then 2 or 3 more came down, and we killed them, and then 2 or 3 more came down. And one time my brother was yelling, and it was got really frantic. And we're sitting in the same room in Chicago, like gaming together.
Right.
And I remember him yelling, and I remember like he was yelling. He's like, I'm dying. He's like, I need help over here. And then some guy like appeared out of nowhere, and it was like a stealth. And I go, oh my god, this fucking guy just came right out of the floor. Or sorry, I said he came right out of the ground. And it was like somebody. He came out of stealth, but the way he did it, it literally looked like he materialized through the hill as you walk down to Goldmine. It looked. I don't know if it was a glitch, but it looked like he came through the ground. And I go, they're coming up. And I yelled at my brother. It was really frantic. And he's like, oh my god, I'm dying. It's like, I'm dying. I need help. And I'm like, oh my god, they're coming out of the ground. And my friend, what was really funny is our friend Bill was standing. He was getting a beer or something. So he happened to just be walking up when I said that. He just dies laughing. He's like, what? He's like, they're not coming out of the ground. And again, one of those moments where you kind of had to be there. But we used to have a absolute blast double roguing Arathi Basin. It's so much fun because you know how it is. You're an AB and you go up to a node. You don't see anybody there. You're like, oh, you figure maybe there's one stealth there, but you usually don't think there's going to be 2. I mean, my brother was so good that we could take out 3 or 4 people at once. So it was pretty fun. We used to go. We would commonly go entire like Arathi Basins with just me and him defending mine, and we'd never lose it the whole time. We'd still lose the battleground though, which always made me get really mad. I'm like, how is it that me and my brother would be like, how come we're 2 guys sitting down here holding this point the whole game and we're still losing?
All right, got Oaken Scale.
Now we can kill Oaken Scale. How come it feels like your character is running faster than my character?
I don't know.
It's an illusion, I guess. An optical illusion.
For a reason that I should be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I read about one of your runes where it was like, oh, find a bush.
Yeah,
Hunter's
I
mark
saw
on
the
it,
bush.
and then kill the mob. And I was like,
I
this is so
saw
cool.
that bush, and all I could think of was like the religious, like the burning bush. I'm like, is he gonna start talking to me? Is he gonna catch on fire? And I kept trying to interact with it. I tried to attack it with Raptor Strike. I tried to set my pet on it, and nothing did anything. But it was definitely a bush that was interactable,
Yeah, it reminds me of the whole like interaction thing and like discovering things. I was watching Big Bob Boy. He was talking about trying to find out of where this rune engraving possibly was or might be needed.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking about being in Stone Talon Mountains and needing a quest item or an item from Wailing Caverns, like a hypnotic eye or something like that.
Weird.
I was like, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how this is going to go down.
Yeah.
Because that sounds significantly more complicated than what it's had in the past.
Yeah, the first time I ever watched Big Bob Boy was just that video that I linked in Discord. Is that the first time you heard of him, or had you heard of him before?
No, it was pretty much the first time.
Yeah, but his video made me laugh because he's like the Hunter Jesus, Man, he is not doing much damage to my pet. You see that? I mean, my pet went that whole fight and he only took like 30% damage. Huh. Okay, so we need... Do you want to go do Ursel, right? We gotta do Ursel, dude.
Let's turn this in, because I think Ursel will turn in it... Oh, no, it is Dolinar, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking we were going to turn it in Darnassus.
No, Ursel's Dolinar, yep. That's why it's better to just go ahead and take him out now. Oh, look at that explosive shot. See, I'm trying to pretend like it still does a lot of damage, but really all the damage was probably you and my pet. That's what happened though. We killed a few mobs. Like, man, it's still doing good damage. And then I said, don't hit this mob. I'll just hit him with explosive shot. And then I looked and I was like, oh god, like man, he's not doing any damage. I was like, why is his health disappearing? Oh my god. Like how you just see me breaking down into tears over here. The dreaded nerf bat.
I will say that the abilities that we get from the engravings is interesting because they don't have ranks, so they have to scale up with you, which essentially means that unlike most abilities where they have like an ebb and flow of being really strong and then slowly weak until you get a new rank of it, and then they're really strong again. It's just sort of always strong.
Yeah, it's like a smooth damage curve, which is kind of the way it should be, really.
I agree.
Like if you watch, like Cargos used to do these old videos on like, they were like class guide videos for Vanilla WoW Classic when it first came out, and he would show like, for example, like the priest was one of the biggest ones, how like if you were leveling a priest, like using smite at like level 25 was like better mana wise than using like mind flay. But then at like level 40 using mind flay was better mana usage for, mana to DPS usage versus smite, and it was just kind of funny.
Yeah.
How, let's just burn these guys to the ground. I don't know where my pet is.
Hiding. He got scared.
He's just like taking a siesta over here. Oh, okay. I guess we can just pull all those. All right, that'll work.
I don't really have a good view on your pet.
Oh, you mean to like heal him or something? Yeah, don't worry about it. I've got men pet, so. Although I don't have it on my bar right now, so what's not gonna do much good, is it? Oh no, I don't have it. Remember, I didn't train. I was thinking my other hunter does. My other hunter has it. My other hunter has it. So, yeah, this pet's surprisingly tanky. Didn't even go below 50% in that. All those guys. Here it comes. Flanking strike. Boom. See ya. It actually does a little bit. If it crits, it does pretty good damage. Ooh, I got two of the ticks on the explosive shot crit that time.
Nice.
Oh, I guess we can invite this guy if he needs Ursula. Oh, you'll have to invite him. I tried to invite him, but yeah. I knew he was going to ask. Flanking strike! Boom. Raptor strike. There's those birds. See, look. See all the birds? One time I don't know why they do that, but every once in a while they appear right there and then they fly over there. I don't know why. It's so weird. I've never known why that is. There's got to be a reason for that. Big flock of buzzards.
Name?
Yeah, they're gone now. There might not be
some. What if it's part of the animation for Ursula?
Maybe, but I don't know. Oh, I'm out of mana. No, I'm out of mana.
I can wrath all day, man.
Yeah, in dungeons you can probably do really good damage because you're never gonna run out of mana. You're just like wrath.
Well, I mean, usually you have to wait for the other people, like everyone else will want you to wait. So it's not the most ideal thing, but it's also really nice to not have to worry about it. Because I just don't even fill up a spot with drink anymore. I'm just like, I'm gonna just sell it now.
Flanking strike! Flanking strike! Didn't do much damage, but he died. XP while we're moving. Yeah, I missed my explosive shot from yesterday. I definitely miss it. It's so much harder. I do think they over nerfed it a little bit. Not a lot, but like just a little.
Yeah.
I think it would have been nice if it was a little bit stronger. I mean, when I used it yesterday, the first thought that went into my mind was I'm gonna crush it in PvP because if I'm hitting this hard with this ability, I mean I'm gonna kill people. Because the problem with hunter and PvP is if you don't see a hunter, if you don't like in a zone like Ashevale, I mean you're gonna get off some sneak attacks, right?
Oh yeah.
So by the time someone even
Absolutely.
realizes you're shooting at them, you've already hit them with like 2 or 3 shots, and if one of them's explosive shot, you're pretty much almost dead already.
I think it's so weird that you get Mage Royal in this zone.
Why is it? Really? You find that?
Because it takes a level 50 in herbalism to get it.
Yeah. Doesn't take. But this zone is the best starter zone for herbing, so there's so much herbs that you get to 15 really, really quick.
Not 15, 50, 50.
No, it's 15. Oh, you mean to use it?
For Earthroot, but not Mage. Mage
Oh,
Royal is
I was
50.
thinking Earth. I'm sorry, I was thinking Earthroot. Yeah,
Yeah,
Mage
no,
Royal. Yeah,
Earthroot
Mage
I
Royal.
get, but-
Yeah, Mage Royal. Yeah, that's. I was. My brain. You said Mage Royal, and my brain was thinking Earthroot. Yeah, Mage Royal. Yeah, that's kind of weird that it's here because that's. Yeah, you just be here a while before you could even pick it up. You see, when you go down here, you always have to climb up here and jump. I always do. I always run up the hill and jump off the. just like to waste time, I guess. Is there somebody else we can kill? No. Is that dead? I don't know what my wife was feeling so sick today. She's having chest pains, so I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. Normally Saturday I play WoW, and then Sunday we go to church, but I don't know what the plans are going to be for tomorrow.
Yeah, I had to deal with getting groceries, take care of some stuff tomorrow, but then after that,
How may I help?
probably be on later in the afternoon.
Yeah, I'm guessing I might. I don't know. I just don't know. It depends on what my wife. She doesn't like. She sat around all day today, and she doesn't like. Not the kind of person who likes to sit around in the house. So I'm sure she's gonna want to go do something tomorrow.
I am honored. Alone light your path.
Really not a fan of NPCs that have emotes now.
Yeah.
What brings you here? Good luck, friend. Goddess, watch over you.
Yay, I turned it in.
Me too. Yeah. All right. Off to. Is there anything? Oh yeah, we got to turn in the Ursel one, right? Oh wait.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. We're done. I think.
Yep, as far as I can tell. And then I just got one more to turn in Darnassus.
Yep.
Crown of the Earth of the Moonwell final one.
Oh, how come I don't have that one? Did I turn that one in already? Oh, is it the Grove of the Ancients one?
No, you probably already
I
turned
think
it
I turned
in.
it in. Yeah, because you get the follow up. I think it's Grove of the Ancients.
No, that's a different one. I have Grove of the Agents.
Okay.
It's just that you were one step ahead of me on the Moonwell thing itself. So
Cool. Ooh, I need to pick up some arrows though.
yeah, now I feel really spoiled that I don't have to worry about mana and I don't have to worry about weapons and I don't have to worry about ammo.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Goddess bless you.
Yeah.
Goddess watch over you.
assist you? Pasha Fela.
Alright, on to Darnassus. Yeah, no, what happened with, I think I told you, but if I didn't, my wife, she went with her mom to see a new cardiologist on Wednesday of this
Oh,
week,
yeah?
right? And
Good news or
not
just progress?
not good news really. I mean,
Mm,
it's not necessarily horrible news, but it's not good news. It's basically my wife's been having
Gotcha.
problems with her arteries clogging over and over again, arteries around her heart, and so
Mhm.
they keep putting stents in. But it's gotten to the point where it's like, why you can't just keep, it felt like you were just putting band-aids on a greater problem, right? And he
Yeah.
put these stents, and the stents were clogged. They put them in 6 months, they clog up. They got to put a new one in, or do something to clear up the clogs. And so this cardiologist said, look, just looking at your history and all the stents they put in, and she's like, these are just a temporary fix. They're not a long-term fix. And she said, I think that if, the best way forward is to basically do a bypass surgery, where they basically are going to, which is horrible. I mean, they're going to cut your chest open and basically take some really good arteries from like your leg and put them into your into your chest, And that's not something my wife wants to do, but it could solve the problem theoretically. I mean, I had a girl that I dated in high school. This was a long time ago, and her father had a triple bypass surgery. And I don't really know what constitutes a single, double, triple, but I guess it's probably they're replacing multiple four veins near your heart. Maybe, I don't know, but
From what my grandfather had it, and from what I understood, is it bypassed the valve of the heart, and that's what they called it. So they were bypassing multiple valves.
Okay.
Double and triple.
Okay, that makes sense. And because I never really understood what that meant, but so he had a triple bypass, and he had his when he was probably in his 50s or 60s, and I know he just passed away recently, just like a year ago or 2 years ago, and so. And that was when he had him done was when I knew the girl from when I was in high school. So that would have been a long time ago. We're talking 30 years ago. So yeah, he had like a triple bypass and continued to live into his 80s. So I mean, so she doesn't like surgery. She gets very scared of any kind of surgeries.
I get that.
And obviously and plus her mom had a heart surgery. So her mom's got a big scar on her chest, and her mom had that heart surgery when her mom was in high school, or when she was in high school. So she remembers the pain, like all the pain her mom went through. But I told Amber, I said, look, I said, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of like rehab and recovery and pain. But I go, this is, your mom had heart surgery, 40 years ago probably. I go, I guarantee you the medical profession has come a long way since then. So it should it's probably not going to be anywhere near as traumatic as what your mom had to go through.
Yeah, assuming they don't have to do anything too major, I wouldn't be too terribly surprised if they've gotten it down to like insert a couple probe things that can do all of it, and then they just have like two 2-inch stitches somewhere along your body.
Well, she made it sound like her cardiologist said that wasn't the case, that they would be cracking her rib cage open, or so they could get access to the heart. So I don't know. I'll have to Google. Honestly, I'm gonna have to Google it because now I'm curious because I just don't know what it is. But she's terrified. So my wife's been, ever since they told her that on Wednesday, she's been on a roller coaster. Like someday, if she's not thinking about it, she's be in a good mood. As soon as she starts thinking about that, And the worst part is they told her that to get to that point where she would, I gotta hit the trainer. To get to that point where they would do it, that they would actually let her stents clog up. So they basically would let her veins get clogged up on purpose. and I don't, there's obviously some sort of reason as to why they do that. Maybe it makes it easier to do the bypass because there won't be as much blood flowing through the veins. That's the only thing I could think of.
What brings you here?
But it just
I'm
didn't
not
sound,
a medical person. I have no
yeah.
idea, to be honest.
But it just sounded. You have to know the way my wife thinks. Like you tell her something like that, and she's imagining in her brain, like, you know, sitting at home, suffering with not being able to. Because what happens when her veins get clogged up is she has a hard time breathing. You know, she gets out of breath really easy because she's not getting enough oxygen. So to have the cardiologist tell her that, you know, oh, we're just going to let your stuff clog up. You know,
Peace be with you.
it probably wasn't really what she wanted to hear.
Yeah, I get that.
And she just turned 40. My wife just turned 40 years old. So to be someone who has to deal with all that at this age, it's just kind of mind-blowing. All right, so I got my, remember I thought I had all that money. Oh, I still have 38 silver. All right. That's not bad. I got natural.
Oh, I've been selling all of my leather and like everything I've been picking up. I've been selling. I was like, how do I have more money than you right now? Normally, I'm horrible at it.
How much money do you have?
53 silver. It's not that much more.
Yeah, you got more though. Well, I like to spend money too.
I am honored.
I do have a little bit of stuff.
Yeah, I might do that later, but just for how Druid works is that none of that really makes a difference unless you have actual stats on it, and then it makes a difference.
Yeah. All right. Well, I am ready to head to. I guess to head to.
I am probably gonna log off at this point. I'm actually having difficulties keeping my eyes open and focusing.
Oh yeah. Well, this is usually when you go to bed, right?
Yeah, only about 2.5 hours ago, but yeah, it's some around here.
Well, you've been playing a lot more today than me. I actually was in bed quite a bit today.
Yeah, and it was good rest. I did catch up a little for the most part too, so that was my main goal, is to kind of restart and catch up. So
yeah,
but
I'm gonna play
log off.
I'm gonna play a little bit longer, but not probably too long, because I'll catch you later. Yeah, like I said, I should be playing tomorrow. I just don't know when. It could be a lot. It could be like very little. It depends on what my wife wants to do.
Yeah, I'm not certain yet either.
Yeah, depends on how she's feeling.
All right, man. Well, thank you. I'll talk to you later.
I'll catch you later. All right, peace out.
Good night.
Is Big Bob Boy still streaming? Yeah, he is.
Gotta be down here.
He's level 24. All right. Yeah, let's go. Definitely need to get some different mana drink. Oh, do I want to do what I did yesterday, which was level my fishing? Probably.
Hello.
I think what I'll do is I'll stop the stream here, guys, because I'm actually just gonna do some fishing.
Vishnu Allah.
And I don't want to have to make you guys sit here and watch me fish, basically.
Good luck, friend.
Elune be with you. Elune light your path.
Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna stop the stream here, guys. I gotta go to the bathroom anyway, and I will catch you guys next time. I'm probably just gonna do a little bit of fishing here. Maybe head over to Dark Shore, maybe do some of the fishing there, and then I'll hopefully be streaming tomorrow. And if I don't know, like I said, I don't know when I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. It just depends on my wife. But try to get up to, if I can play tomorrow, I'd like to get up to, you know, closer to level 20. And then maybe Sunday night or Monday get to 25 or something. I'm not in any rush because we're going to be sitting at 25 for probably at least 4 weeks at a minimum. So that's 4 weeks to basically just run dungeons and kind of, I guess, learn what kind of loot's out there. And but I'll catch you guys next time.